just the pre-show live, you sit, chat, do whatever, when play some whatever music, and everyone can still start to do whatever.
Rip your tissue, nigga, make your thoughts bend out and back in. The reality is we are all men, but we are not equal. It's the have versus the have nots. Even weenie niggas got glocks. You can talk shit and get socked. Before I park, I still circle the block. Niggas been waiting for me to drop like Detox, classic Reeboks. Long Beach hat strap, running the week off. Walking the street tops, listen to the street talk, doing weave hop. Celebrity G off, nigga. Long Beach, North Side. On our t-shirt and everything, metal sagging out the G-Ride. Cause when we ride, you can see it in your eyes that you's a full bitch. When the heat rises, niggas act surprised and then I flame shit. Who I came with, deranged strange, speak another language. Niggas be not from the city and still claim it. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the road. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold. The vision is not far-fetched. In-depth commentary of my past steps. Passed off to the world is my regrets. On a test, we can bend a corner, slide on niggas. Divide them, push them to the side, and then we ride on niggas. Provided the right amount of time, I outshine these niggas. Outgrind these niggas, outrhyme these niggas. I'm in my prime, my nigga. It's high stakes when the homies start tripping. We ain't playing. Sophisticated, drink the full fifth, get faded. We game playing this gang saying what's cracking, my nigga. Money the object. The pandemic got niggas pressing for profit. I'm a launch rocket. I'm headed to the heavens and opening optics. Listen and log it, whatever you call it. I'm better than all of my cheddar is awesome. Robberies off and life is exhausted. My enemies dodging everything coming out of this locket. You niggas mark men. We highlight the block and then we move in. We in two vans, what you do in, keep on moving and I'm shooting. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the road. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold. I'm talking to y'all in depth. Stacked against the odds, my roots still crept. Grounded in the soil of the West. Love, loyalty, respect, mirrors pain, anger, death. These night terrors got me stressed. Seeing vivid thoughts of death and melting flesh. Turn them dark days to sunshine. My mind stay full grind. The whole city feeling the pressure. This is the war cry. War crimes, loaded 4-5s, holding on both sides. Let's ride, it's go time. Broke up out the concrete. The same place the sinners and the cons meet and still shine. The diamond in the rough that make the world blind. Take mine, aim at my opposition and dream of my peace. To my demise, I'm gonna speak for the streets. My voice sink to the beat. My soul speak and I peak. You hear Long Beach in the speak. It's been too long, my niggas ready to eat. I'm unleashed now. Now I got the glow, I'm about to eat now. Now all of y'all listeners hear the street growl. Can't reach. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the road. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the cold.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight.
Hey, this is KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hot fact. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and add you on my other phone. Hot facts.
With Robert Reese.
Facts with Robert Reese. Damn, you pull right on up. You know what I think I seen. Alright, here you go. Y'all go ahead and go subscribe to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He dropping some knowledge. Just subscribe. Let me hit that notification bell. I can't tell everybody to do that, and I don't do it.
Guys like entertaining channels, and I don't try to promote drama. Some people will look at it drama. Some people will just look at it as the facts and reality. And a lot of what drama is, it is reality with certain people and how they present it. But go check out Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He has a really entertaining channel. Is very professional at what he does. You'll get a lot of good info and a lot of good laughs out of it to really make you see in the world how some people hide behind a computer screen, want to talk trash about others with complete false realities, but he is the type of guy that will bring reality and truth to his live streams, and he shuts a lot of people down. I mean, he shuts them down quick. But
Hi, you are watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
When a person doesn't like you, they team up with another person that doesn't like you. And before you know it, there's a whole slew of people that hate you. But here's the thing. Those people, they don't even like each other. They're only gathered because of you. See how powerful you are?
No. I'm recording.
Sure.
No, you can't.
Ooh,
no, you can't, bro.
on
Just
there.
you can't. No,
Ooh.
dude, I can't. No, dude, I'm asking you to go.
Oh, dude.
All right, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. They're in a public place. You can't ask them to leave. Oh, come on, Eli, come back.
And if not, that's okay too. No. I'm recording. No, you can't. No, you can't, bro. Just you can't. No, dude, I can't. No, dude, I'm asking you to go. All right, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the... All right, we're back live. We are back live. I was just harassed by a bunch of young kids. I basically told them, if they don't leave me alone, I'm going to call the cops. So I may have to call the police. If they come up to me one more time, I'm calling the police. The police is also over on the other side of the park. I could go back over there.
Real Talk with Roy hopped up on my live stream about, America. Roy was up there with me. It wasn't even planned for the entire show. For the entire show. Good looking, Roy. Appreciate that. That was a collaboration. So you know what I did? I put a picture of Roy up in there, put at Real Talk with Roy. At the end of my video, at the end screen, it had my channel and it had Roy's up there with the subscribe button. Collaboration. I then took a very important part about America. Is America creating hate by helping other countries? I took that whole segment out and made that a whole video in itself and got Roy tagged all up in it. Collaborations. Collaborations count.
Like the goofy ass fucking Robert Reese and Eli stream coming up tomorrow. Fucking corny.
And those two fucking clowns, man.
Oh, I know, dude. Talk about fucking. It must really be hurting for Robert. Must really be hurting for views, dude. He's got to get that fucking clown on there.
No, but he's all like crying. I'll only go on Robert's channel. Blah blah blah.
Fucking nerd up there.
He wants
I think Robert
bully, and he's the biggest bully in the fucking space. What's going on?
I think Robert's thinking he's gonna get paid or something. Maybe he thinks he's gonna get a bunch of super chats. I don't know. Corny as fuck.
I hope nobody donates.
I hope so too. If somebody donates, they're on crack, dude.
What's up, Mr. Flex? How's it going? And that goes for you too, Eli. Why you keep bringing up everybody else's name in your fucking live streams? Mr. Tough Guy, come on up. I got you. I want to be knocked down a few pegs. Since you know so much about divorced men, you fucking lacking non-fucking married ass. Come on, mister. You know so much about divorce. You know so much about relationships, you sorry motherfucker. Come on. Bring it on up. What's up, Rodeo? 37, what's up? Oh, well, Eli's all tough, man. Come on, fireman. You know Eli's all tough. He's all on his walk the stream. I'm taking out the trash. Bring it on, motherfucker. The trash is right here waiting for you. The trash is right here waiting for you. Got the link and everything just for you to bring out this trash, motherfucker. So bring it on up, clown gas, coward. You're quick with those fingers on the fucking YouTube community posts. You're quick with walking around with the fucking Furby on your face, scared of fucking everybody. So let's do this. Let's bring out some trash. Come on up. Bring me down some pegs. I want to see you bring me down some pegs, you dumb motherfucker. Tired of you fucking clown motherfucker.
Woo, people. I got to tell you, people, welcome to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. This is on the Hot Seat podcast. This is on the Robert Reese podcast. And it's also on the Interview podcast. It's on all three. For those of you who do not know, I would like to welcome you. And I had a podcast with Eli. I got 13 episodes out. There's over 60-something hours of actual show content and questions there. And coincidentally, I'm back as a neutral platform, so this would actually be, if we were still doing the series, episode number 14. It was a pretty good, successful series. Eli went nuts, banned me for some stuff. We had a back and forth, and this is the first time we are actually going to be speaking to each other publicly and everything since all that happened. So I have a few questions also. When Eli said that anything goes, I got my questions for him too, people. And we're going to do that also. So we're going to do my part there. But I want to just let you guys know the clip you just saw there. That was Real Talk with Roy. Now, the very first clip you saw was a couple of days ago. I did a live stream and Roy hopped on after he was talking crap the day before, but he hopped on being nice and friendly and doing all that stuff. And then right after that, he went in saying, the corny hot facts and Eli, don't watch that. I hope no one super chats. Well, Roy, I did 13 episodes with Eli and I got paid off of those. So you were watching those two. You were one of the ones. So I don't know what you're trying to say. This wasn't due for that. This was an opportunity for me to get my questions off at the same time on No Holds Barred. So it's going to be a whole lot going on. So you were all the way wrong on that. You told people don't donate, but then you told Eli, look at how many people are donating in to my thing. You said, look, do I got to jizz it off for you because someone's doing it? Then you got upset. Then right after that, you were begging Eli to come onto your live stream while he was doing a walk. You were begging him to come on, saying, come on, put me down some levels, put me down some levels. It's corny if someone else does something with Eli, but I already have a whole history. I have the key to understand how to get him up here, and a lot of you guys don't. GLM is another one that understands it. You guys have not figured it out. A lot of you guys have been watching for 6 years and have not been able to figure out how could this happen and how does Eli go ahead and do that. And he talks so much crap about Robert Reese. How did this happen and why is Robert okay with doing it? Overall, it's all great. It's all great, but I have the key. I have the key. I am also the person that was emailing Eli whenever he said, if someone wants to do this and talk to me, I did every step that he did. And I did every step, and he cannot go back on every step that he said if you do it. So I did that. So therefore, the cards are in his hand, and he has to play them, or else he looks like he just lied about everything. So I got the keys, and that's what I did. So I am here to give an unbiased and moderate. I moderate and I do interviews. Some people were saying, well, Reese mutes people if they're not staying on topic and things like that. This is going to be okay. And Roy, I hope you do click the link, because as Eli has a beef with you going talking crap, I'm gonna get on you today. So you gonna have Eli getting on you and me getting on you. I'm gonna talk to Eli and handle my stuff about what happened there. So it's gonna be a whole lot. Anyone, let me do this, babe. Can you hit well, you're on YouTube. Okay. Let me hit the rules here. Let's go over all the rules. Anything does go. Yes. Anything does go. Absolutely correct. Anything does go. But here is how that is going to work. While anything goes, and these are the rules, anything goes on these topics right here. Okay. I'm also going to be talking about, well, let me go over the top topics. Obviously, I told you guys I'm going to be getting my thing about Eli off. Okay. Hot facts is first. Anyone that wants, I'm going to be doing that. We're going to be going over the members only content and it being restreamed and how he feels, for him to go ahead and get his rocks off. And if anybody wants to go ahead to get and talk in on that, you can. Now, how it's going to work, unlike the rideshare hustler Dennis, the amazing hustler Dennis, I've been doing this for a while, and this is why we had a big thing with Eli in the first place. Nothing, since anything goes, no chats. My assistant Emilia right here, my wife, no chats will be hidden. You type it in, it is there. You just got to understand, you have to be able to articulate yourself, because Jeffrey don't like that. So I'm not taking off any comments at all. You can write what you want, but you got to also understand, Jeffrey don't like certain things. Okay. Also, any question that is, and these are my same rules that I've been having since I started my channel. Ain't nothing ever changed. Unlike Dennis, any super chat that is read, that is paid for, I am going to read it, and the guest on the show have to answer the question on the super chat. So when Eli is up here and we're going to go over the members only, if someone really wants to ask a question so he can go ahead and do this thing, you put it in there, he has to answer. It's no holds barred. He made the rules. He has to answer. Also going to be going in on the Amazing Hustler collaboration, on how he defeated she stole Real Talk's on with Roy's name, Real Talk Christina. He beat her, but we're going to talk about on how he feels about that. Anything goes there. Okay, rules. Also, the topic, cyberbullying. He's going to go into how you guys bully him and everything, and you guys can write your question in. He has to answer. If it's put in there, it will be on the screen. I will read it off, and he has to answer. The next topic is going to be life coaching. Any life coaching question that you want to ask him, he has to answer. He has to answer it. No holds barred. He has to answer. He has to answer the question. And I have questions and you guys have them too. Okay. He ain't never did this. As long as I know, he ain't never did this. Says I have my differences with Eli, but he's not a bad guy, especially compared to people like General Legion. We're gonna go ahead and get into that also, ODN. The next topic that we're gonna have, pissy grown men. Pissy grown men, that goes for Real Talk with Roy because I got a beef with him too. So Roy was challenging Eli to come click a link. Roy, come click the link when your part's up and don't be a bitch how you called Eli and don't talk behind my back on how you did. I'm telling you to come click the link where Eli is. He's not doing a walk. He'll be here. He put up a post 2 hours ago. He'll be here. So you can go ahead and click, go ahead and take your break at your job. So go ahead and give him a piece of your mind in your car. If not, don't mention it and don't mention me because you said it's corny, but you were begging on your knees for him to hop on your link because you said the same thing everybody else says. Furby microphone and this, oh, you said the exact same thing that you say every single live stream. You started off the exact same way, Roy. The exact same way about Eli. You're doing it for the super chats. That's what you're doing it for because right after you do it, you always say, look at what I got. I'm doing it. I got less than you. Look at my super chat. So you are a big hypocrite and you're crying about Eli. Now, I am the only person that does not go and I don't restream Eli. I don't do any of that. I'm the only person that has a history with him that does not do that. I'm not crazy like the rest of you guys out there. I don't do that. I own all of my content of Eli from our show. I own all the content. I put out things about that stuff while it was going on. And I got more stuff to just go ahead and put out. But I don't do any of that stuff. Okay? I'm not dedicated to Eli. That's not what I do. Go look at all my videos. I don't even mention certain people's names or anything. That's not what I do. I'm the only person that does not do that. Hence why I am able to get him to come and talk to me and do certain things, even while he spoke his mind, he talked his shit, he talked his crap. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and ask him some questions about that. So I still get a chance to do what I gotta do. And Eli said, Reese, bring the series. So today, Real Talk, he said, Real Talk with Roy, come on after if you want. I want Roy on today. Legion, actually, I went to my mentions. All of the mentions I was in for his channel are gone. He obviously hid all of those or he took the channel down. I don't know why. This is an unbiased chat channel. You didn't have to take those things down. I went on your channel twice, spoke words on the camera, asked some questions. You didn't have to, James or Jamie, whatever your name is, you didn't have to. Now Eli has the upper hand on you and he's going to get up here and talk that shit. So I just hope you're ready for taking it down because he's coming up on here. We got that there. So she says, so this isn't going to be a friendly talk. That is GLM. GLM, anything goes, any questions. Eli says he wants to see who is the wittiest. He says he wants to see who is the wittiest. Bring your shots. He says anything goes. He says Hot Facts with Robert Reese is someone that will not take all, but he's letting everyone else go. So this is what we got going on right now. Real Talk with Roy. I hope you get in on that. And then I'm gonna let Eli get all of his get back. And Don's gonna be a topic. Also, Don is gonna be a topic. Any questions about Don and everything else like that? I'm gonna just go ahead and just let you guys know. I think a lot of you guys are full of shit by putting someone's own health and what they have personally going on in their body on someone else. My mom body deteriorated and did all this stuff. My mom passed away, and complications that what you have, and if you don't know what to do and you don't go and get help to get the therapy and all that stuff, you are going to have a world of pain and your body will show. Okay, there's things that are there. You don't put that on someone because of someone. That's just my opinion there. But Eli, and if you guys want to write a question about Don, you guys can. He has to answer it because he says witty and do the get back. Now Jeffrey don't like certain things, and certain things out there should not be said, like for one, saying that you're killing someone and things like that's not even cool, because I can just say if you guys do have someone, you're killing your spouse for loving Eli all day, spending all your time with Eli all day instead of your spouse. You guys are killing your spouse. Also, we're gonna go over We're going to ask Eli, are super chats good or bad? Anyone can ask the question. Anyone can throw it in out there. He has to answer. He's going to give his stuff. But we all know that I'm going to go ahead and do I got to ask my questions first about everything. The rules are when it goes down, if someone does want to click the link, and because right now I got to stop this too. People are out there saying, look at these two. Look at what they did. Look at what they did. It's not look at what they did. Eli called everyone out and said, we're going to do it on Hot Facts. I didn't do anything. I ain't got to reach out to you and text you or email you about what Eli is calling you out for. You already know you were going to get the message from Eli. I ain't got to do it. That's why everybody else is here. I did not contact them. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. You being early is really good example to set. Eli could learn a lot from you about punctuality. You said that back when we had our show too. Jax, you said that back. We always know that that's what he does. So we're going to go over the super chat thing and all that. I'm a neutral party between Robert and Eli. I pick no sides. I'm just going to enjoy the show. I hope you guys walk away as BFFs. Well, this is not, no. Let's not misconstrue this. Eli is calling out the people who always talk the shit and they say they never get a chance. They never get a chance to talk the crap because Eli don't let him and all that other stuff. This is your chance. He said it. So I agree. Robert, I'm sorry. It's impossible to be impartial if you with someone, if you have a wrench and are missing someone. No, Twiggy. First of all, let me Twiggy, you are dead wrong because of that. Do you know why I have a wrench? Do you know why? I said it earlier. Now, from you watching all of my shows and me inviting you up on my show to talk to Eli with me here, there was nothing fishy or nothing there. You are a prime example on how your statement is bogus. Think about what you say, Twiggy. Because remember, I pulled you up. You're the person that served him with the papers, with the whole Tammy and J. Rom thing. You served him. I pulled you up to clear your name and said anyone would have did it because of how much you got paid and everything. So you got up here and spoke to him and everything. Planet Mondo was up there. Also, Planet Mondo has came back, and I saw him say, well, I have no interest in going on Reese's. I don't care if you do come on here. Eli is just gonna talk that hot facts and talk that hot shit to you, and that's just what you're gonna get. And all the big bad tough people who say we'll say whatever we want to say to you, here's your chance to do it. Remember, I'm not Eli. I am not Eli at all. I am not Eli at all. So that is what it is. So let me go ahead. There was some people. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that right there. I also want to go ahead and say this. Says Eli is doing his best to ignore that Jamie cat, but Jamie will only tease him on his own channel. Or on his own panel because he wants to be able to mute Eli's microphone. Well, that's the best thing about me being a moderator. I can mute someone's microphone. I can do that, and then that's what I do. So he don't gotta run, he ain't gotta hide, and he ain't gotta do none of that other stuff. Says it is what it is. So today's gonna be a good one, man. When Eli does come on, we all know that Eli is always late. Emilia said, let me go check on Eli to see what he's doing because she always knows he's trying to go do a promotion or something. But Eli is always a little late, so we'll just go ahead and give him his time. I would like for you guys to know I'm the only person that has asked Eli every single tough, difficult question that can possibly be given to him. For him to always say, Robert, that's a loaded question. O'Doyle rules, that right there, O'Doyle rules, that is from Billy Madison or whatever else it is. So, I gotta as you guys see, it says down here the donations, Hot Facts, my GoFundMe for Hot Facts with Robert Reese has been like that for 2 years now. And it's all for the channel's growth and brand. It's all for the channel's growth and brand. So we got that. Coach Eli is here. Coach Eli is here. He is backstage. Let me go ahead and bring him on up. Emilia, go ahead and give Eli a round of applause, please. Got that going there. Eli's got his round. Yep. Eli's got that round of applause in the house. Eli, thank you for coming on in. I appreciate you for coming on in. A lot of people out there, you guys know that Hot Facts and Coach Eli, we had a falling out. And I want to, Eli, you're there, so I want to get this out of the way before because I got some issues with Roy too. So there's going to be a point in here where me and you are going to be tag teaming. Okay, so I want to go ahead and just get this out the way first, because this is the actual. We went on Real Talk with Roy for a brief little talk on one of his lives, and it was cordial there. But this is the absolute first time we have been face to face on camera after the whole fiasco happened with the chat, and you obviously felt a certain way. You voiced yourself. I voiced mine back. You dissed me. I dissed you back, and we are back here. You sent out something in one of your live streams and you said, well, if you want to be unblocked, send the email, do this and that. And I was one of the people that was doing that. And I was doing it to see if you were a man of your word. And for you being up here and I had a wrench over there, I would say you are a man of your word for that, even though the pressure was on you and it was kind of hot. You still did it, and we are here. And I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity for having you go ahead to do what you got to do and take out some trash. I want to be here for that. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead and kill the elephant in the room. We had all that happen. Why Hot Facts? Why me now?
Is that a question?
Yep.
Why Hot Facts? Why me now?
Yes. Out of this whole time, out of the whole time, we got this going on. You've been on Dennis's chat channel. We're going to talk about that. I do think that you beat that Christina girl. You beat her down, pinned her 1, 2, 3. I give you credit for that. But why Hot Facts? And what was the change? What was the change that had you say, hey man, it's this? Was it that I keep it real no matter what, and you see that I don't change, and I'm gonna always just say what it is? What was it?
Well, it was one thing, but I'll just say this. First of all, I'm not here to beat down anyone, including Christina, any man or woman. I'm here to just, state my thoughts, my opinions. And when people put themselves out here publicly and, they're sharing their stories, if I feel they're worthy of a response, I'm going to give them one and might throw in my 2 cents, and that's about it. As far as, why I'm back here, first of all, I never thought you or your wife are bad people. I still don't think that. I don't think, deep within anyone is a bad person. I think people do stupid shit out here on YouTube for clicks and views and super chats and all of that. And that's not who I am. But the main reason why I'm back is one reason. It is because of my woman, Dawn. She said, you know what? Fuck it. Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want to say about me or you or the both of us. And we'll just ignore it and we'll keep moving forward. And what they're not going to realize is we're just going to grow past them, because the more they talk about us, the more they promote us. And so, to be honest with you, Robert, again, I've never had a problem with you per se, and I've never disliked you or anyone, including your wife. Never disliked her or you or anyone. It's just, when it comes to my woman, I'm going to stand up for her. I'm not going to let people trash talk her. I'm not going to let people bully her. I've made those mistakes in the past, and I'm not going to make them again, especially with the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. So that's pretty much it. You can thank Dawn for that. And she's been staying out of this. She's been just, doing her own thing. She's been recovering from her ankle injury, and, she's still dealing with the seizure disorder and lots of other, medical things. but she's just, relaxing and getting better each and every day.
Okay. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. For everyone else there that was saying something, there you go. And also, some people were saying, why are we doing it at 11 a.m. and you're trying to interrupt with someone else's live stream? Well, let me go ahead to just clear that up for the rest of you guys who just don't know. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I have 3 live shows. One would start at 10 a.m. One would be at 2 p.m. And then on the weekend, one would start early in the morning. So I was always going on around this time. And then when Eli and myself had our podcast, our 13 episodes, and I did put this one on there, so this will be number 14 of the podcast there. Every single episode started at 11 a.m. So it was never other than that, and it always went either Monday or Tuesday. That's how it always went on all.
I think Robert got booted. Oh, I think Robert got booted. So I'm going to wait for him to pop on back in here. I hope you're all having a great day. And when Robert gets back, I'm going to wait for him to pop on back in. I did hear the first part of the show, and I am going to share my thoughts because I didn't agree to everything exactly the way Robert stated it. But
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, welcome back.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah. StreamYard did something weird, but my show with Eli and the show that we had always started there. And Eli, I just heard you say that, so I want to go over now. Now, Eli, I am moderating, so you are getting me moderating when it comes down to these things. So I want to go ahead and put these up, and I want to go over the rules here. Okay, Eli, I'm gonna go over the rules here. Now we're gonna do this. Like we're gonna do this. You say anything goes, but anything is not anything. I have a Nightbot in Jeffrey that controls my chat. He is my moderator of my chat. There's certain words you can't use. You cannot put a whole bunch of emojis and capitals and all that stuff. He is in full charge of that. Anything else there, like if someone says something like let's say someone puts up a chat or they put in a super chat and they want to say, Robert, I'm glad your mom passed away. Obviously, that's not going to be put up there. That person's going to be thrown out for something like that. But as far as that, if someone clicks the link that is one of the people, or someone can be, can stay on topic on what's going on, they get 90 seconds. They're done.
Robert got booted again. He must be in a bad reception area wherever he's at. We're going to wait for him to pop on back in. Appreciate everyone that's here to support the show for whatever reason. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to hold off and wait until Robert gets back in because I don't want to repeat myself and sound like a broken record. So I'm going to wait for him to pop on back in here. Hopefully he gets in a better reception area and this doesn't happen throughout the show. So we're just going to wait because I'm not going to repeat myself. I have a lot to say, but we're going to sit here and be silent until Robert gets back. And Robert's popping back in right now. At least he's trying to pop back in. There he is.
Yeah, there's something going on with I don't know what's going on with StreamYard is doing some weird thing where it just like threw me out. So I just switched my settings to make sure it don't go Bluetooth or anything else like that. But no, I'm perfect. I'm perfect with the reception or whatever else it is. So I want to get into this. Let's go right into this. And if it does it again, I'm gonna have to use that's why I'm glad I have Amelia here. I can just go ahead and pop that phone right here and then use that one right here, her iPhone, and get it in there if it does it again. People, that's why it's good to have. See, my wife is backstage, Eli. Emilia's backstage, and she's putting up the comments and everything.
Okay, no, that's fantastic. Before we get started here, Robert, I wanted to just mention something real quick, because I heard the beginning of the show before I popped on, and I heard what you were saying, and you got most of it right, but some of it is not stuff I agree to, at least not at this point. First of all, you know, when I say anything goes, the people that I suggested to come on today were Jamie and Planet Mondo. As far as Real Talk with Roy goes, I was saying that needs to be another time, because it's too much for one show. And, you know, if we let everyone come on, we're going to be here 3-4 hours. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be
no. That's not what'll happen, Eli. No. That's not the rules. The rules will be in. I don't think Legion is going to come. He took his channel down. All my mentions went away. I don't think he's coming back. I don't know what he's afraid of. I think you scared him in a way. Roy may not even go ahead to get on up here. But at the same time, as long as the moderating is going to be good, people got to understand and what they want to go ahead and ask or get off. Let's just do it like that. Well, first, I want to ask you this. I already did me. I want to go right into the members only content now. I do know you're upset because your members only content, your great content, and I do think that you say it's great because you do it with Don, so that makes it great is what I'm guessing. So with that content, other people are watching that content. I want you to get your rocks off on that, on how you feel, because I heard someone say it's like going to someone's house and watching a pay-per-view. But when someone watches a pay-per-view, if you throw that pay-per-view on YouTube, it gets flagged and taken off instantly. So I didn't agree with that comparison of it. But I want you to get your rocks off on these people that are using your members only content, not only your content, your standard content.
So yeah, here's the thing. Here's a better comparison. Back in the days before cable went to digital and it was analog, there were people that were getting these boxes called, you know, the black box. It would descramble the pay-per-views for free. And I never had one of those or anything like that, but you know, I had some friends that did do that. And you know, I've always been the type of guy that you know, stealing is stealing, theft is theft. So basically this is similar as, you know, getting an illegal black box to descramble the HBOs, the Showtime, the Cinemax, and then the Mike Tyson pay-per-view fights that used to cost, they were about $50 back then. Now these fights are over $100, but you know, back then that was a lot of money. And, you know, we're looking in the, you know, 90s, mid 90s or so. So, you know, Jamie purchased, you know, a $4.99 membership on my channel, and he's been going over to Rumble and using YouTube to get his audience over to Rumble to watch my members only live streams there for free. You know, now I've got plenty of members. We've got over 30 members on the channel now, Coach Eli too, and that's great. And they're being supportive, but that's not fair to my members. That's also not fair, because if these people want to see what's going on between Don and I and all that, they should be paying for it. So in essence, you know, this is complete content theft. It's just something I've never seen anyone push the boundaries this far, just to continue coming at me as their main source of content. I've been very nice to Jamie. I've tried to make peace with him. I've tried to be very reasonable with him, and there's no reasoning. There's absolutely no reasoning. Everything that he does doesn't make sense, because that's how he does it. Basically, he does the complete opposite of what most normal people would do on purpose. So that way it throws people off. and it gets them to question what's going on, and it creates this fake controversy that creates a lot of conflict, and that's what he sells to his audience as, you know, as donation worthy.
Why do Eli? Why do you think he removed the channel or put it private? Why do you think that happened?
Well, first of all, his actual channels are still there. He has this channel called Cuck Eli, Eli Ass, Mel Ass. You know, Coach Cuck, as in cuckold, which I'm not a cuckold because I have a girlfriend, and my girlfriend's not banging other guys in front of my face or at all. And in parentheses, he puts ELIASS. You know, ELIAS is my name, but he puts Eli Ass. And my last name is Melas, MELAS, but he spells it MELASS. And this is 100% Jamie doing this because no one has the time or energy to write things out like he did earlier or the last several days on that channel, on the community wall. And no one knows exactly what happened in the past, besides him. No one is as invested or as, you know, triggered or as incentivized to do this because he's making money out my name than Jamie. So this channel is 100% Jamie. Now, he put it to hidden because I went and reported him on Twitter and to YouTube, and I also let my audience know to report it too. And he's been, you know, because he's ban evading his actual channels. I don't know if you know the backstory about Jamie. A little over a year ago, he was removed on 5 channels. He was removed on one initially, and then because he had other channels, once you get banned on one channel on YouTube, the rest of them go, right? So he basically is not welcome back on the platform, and he's been ban evading, circumventing his ban ever since that point. So what he's been doing is putting his channels to hidden every now and then. Whenever he feels like he's about to go down, he hides his channels. Now, you know, is that going to help him? No, because YouTube can use their superpower admin access, and they can see any channel, whether it's hidden or whatever, right? But here's the thing, you know, before he actually took down the Cuck Eli channel, I actually have an entire screenshot. I could read you any one of those postings you want. I could read them. Whatever.
Let's look at this right here, Eli. Look at this one right here. We have Eli clipped multiple times giving Jamie permission to rebroadcast his members-only content as long as he did it on a platform that wasn't YouTube, such as Rumble. What do you say to that?
I revoked that, and I can revoke that at any time. And Jack is someone that's been trolling me for years, and I don't wish to acknowledge him for the rest of the show.
But you gave him permission, is what you're saying.
No, I gave him permission to a certain point, and I revoked that. I revoked that months ago. So what I'm saying, Robert, is initially I did give him permission to occasionally rebroadcast some streams. We had a peace agreement, and then he started pushing the envelope. He started calling me cuck again. He started pushing it because he needed to push it in order to incite more donations. And when he stopped playing fair,
is that what made it stop? So is that what made it break? Like stop the peace? You know, he got the peace to, like, you gave him a peace order, which worked, but then he took more. He took more yards instead of inches.
Yeah, basically, the bottom line is Jamie makes fake peace agreements with many people. Anyone that makes peace with Jamie, it's all fake because he does it to try to get you to back off of him, but he doesn't back off of you. I told him, I said, you know what, as part of our peace agreement, you know, if you want to do, you know, a rebroadcast every now and then, or if you want to, you know, talk with me about some actual topics, non-drama, I'd be willing to do that. And for a while, he was fine. Then all of a sudden, he started to do the rebroadcasts again. But here's the thing. When Jamie wasn't doing it, Jamie has a network of people that do it for him. So when it's not worthy of Jamie to do it, other people will do it. And I think there's like with Jamie, it always involves money. So there's always some kind of revenue that he's getting even when other people through his network are restreaming my content. That's how it works.
Okay. All right.
Now, again, I revoked that agreement. I revoked them being able to rebroadcast me as soon as he basically broke the peace agreement by calling me cuck, putting the rainbow sex toy in my face, and all that kind of stuff. That's not, in my opinion, that is not peace. That is bullshit. So he comes
wait, let me go ahead and stop you, Eli. Sorry, Eli. Lots of white knighting for Eli going on in here. How ironic. Well, Twiggy, I would like to ask you, what is white knighting? I asked a question on how we got from where we were to where we are now. I am now on the next topic, which is the members only. So there is no white knighting when you're asking a question. That's why my show has rules. I'm giving you guys the ability to ask what you want in the topic that we are in. You guys should be so smart. You should be able to figure out at least 20 questions per category instead of saying the exact same thing over and over again. I set it up like this so I don't hear the exact same thing over and over again. I'm asking different questions, and there's different topics about things that are going on that Eli says he wants to clear on up. So that's not called white knighting. It's called asking questions. Now, Twiggy, if you want to ask a question in the context. You know how to serve people papers. So now let's go ahead and comprehend on what the topics are. Now, you know you want hot facts. You're on hot facts. I ain't like everybody else. I throw shots back. I'm that host. Go ahead,
Robert. Eli. I don't have a problem responding to these things. The only things I will not respond to, I will say this right now. People can ask whatever they want. I will not respond to things that happened years ago that I've already talked about a million times. That's just been played out. So I wouldn't even bother super chatting, with stuff like that.
All right. Well, all right, let's go ahead and clear all that up right there too, people. We're not going over things in the past. Let me go ahead and kill one right now. Eli, the last time you said nigger was like 5 years ago, right?
Well, I said it one time while I was on a Jamie panel, and he pushed me.
But that was a long time ago, right?
That was a long time ago,
right? Oh yeah, 5. So it was 5 years ago. Have you said it recently?
No.
Okay, so we're past that. People, don't bring it up. See how easy it was, Eli? You see how easy it was? So we ain't gonna bring that one up.
Let me respond to Twiggy real quick. Twiggy, here's the thing. I don't know you that well. You become a part of this group, and maybe this has become fun to kind of poke fun at me or something. Okay. But you're not really involved in this. I don't know you that well. And yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, but can you blame people that are coming in here to support me when they're tired of the same old bullshit that Jamie and JB Gunner and some other people have been doing for years? Now, JB, he hasn't done it for a long time, but it's been Jamie and his people, but more so Jamie. People are tired of it, man. And that's why they're coming in here and supporting me, because it's stupid. You're a grown ass man, Twiggy. You're a grown ass man around my age. There's no reason why you should be, you should be surprised that people are trying to support a man that just wants to run his content without being harassed by 30, 40, 50-year-old grown-ass men that are acting like 2-year-old little girls. So think about that, dude. I got no beef with you. Anything that was a beef with you, it has been squashed. Yeah, you were paid a lot of money to come and serve me. You were paid. Listen, I don't want anyone emailing me on the past or anything. I'm good. I'm just saying, Twiggy, there's nothing left to say between us. You want to enjoy the show? Enjoy the show. But if you're going to question why people are supporting me, then I don't know what to tell you, man. What do you want? You want the shit show? Does the shit show make you feel better about yourself? Like, what do you want the shit show for? That's all. Thank you, Robert.
Bam. Good. Hey, people, as you see, Eli will answer you if you got a good one for him. Remember, I said the questions that go in that you want him to answer, you put that super chat in. he's gonna go ahead and answer it. You don't want to say nothing, don't say nothing, but don't be out there trying to heckle saying he wouldn't let me talk. Well, before you do it all to get your word out. I got one right here, Eli. We're gonna get right into this one. The Amazing Hustler collaboration. Now, I've been knowing Dennis for about 2 years now. He actually had me and him have gone back and forth with beefing, and he actually had to apologize on camera. He did that, made a video apologizing to Hot Facts, and we've been watching each other the exact same time. His channel started maybe 2 months after mine, so we're part of the exact same class and everything else like that. So you went on there over this thing with Roy and what happened. Now, I had my issues about what you did, and I said that you violated the man law. I said that even though, now, I don't know if someone's married. In my video, I said, I don't know if she's married or not. She did something wrong by saying this stuff to allow someone to say something publicly. I felt that you did something completely wrong, and you broke the man law by talking about another dude who don't know nothing about what's going on publicly. That's man law. I felt that you did not do that right, but ipso facto that went by. You end up getting on there for a debate and a battle with that Christina girl. I feel that you mopped the floor with her because she doesn't know how to put a sentence together. She can barely put 3 words together, and she looks for Dennis to say something for her to say, I agree. Someone like that should not be in a battle. And she was supposed to be a battle with you. And obviously, we know that people bully you and you get picked on all the time, and you give it back and you go back against them. So when you got a chance to go against her, how easy was that for you to just wipe her up?
All right. So I understand this. There needs to be some dramatics in order to make this interesting, right? For me, it's not about dramatics. It's about, going out there and speaking my truth and trying to help people. I didn't go on there to mop the floor with her, and I didn't go on there to try to destroy her. I went on there to have a conversation with her, but I already knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen, and she's very inexperienced. She's very inexperienced at this, and she was running her mouth, trash talking myself and many other people all over YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'll go on there. We can have a one-on-one and let's see how it goes. But I've done this for 6 years, and I've been ambushed on many live stream panels 5-6 years ago, to the point of where I learned this game. And I don't like to play the game. I don't like to play games, but it is kind of a game, right? So I already knew what was going to happen, and I'm always prepared now because of my experiences of being ambushed in the past. So I just went on there and was trying to have a reasonable conversation with her. I was cool and calm, and I was just trying to basically get her to answer questions that are just normal, average, everyday questions that any normal human being would answer. And she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She kept deflecting a lot. Like, I don't deflect. I'll answer questions that are worthy of being answered. And if people are trolling or trying to get a reaction from me, if the trolls are trying to get a reaction, I'll just not answer that because I don't want to give them what they want because they're worthless to me, right? But any legitimate, reasonable question that hasn't been asked 10 or 20 times and has been responded to 10 or 20 times, I will answer. And so that's all I did. And basically, that's that. I tried to get through to her, and it was basically, honestly, it was no disrespect intended. It was like talking to a brick wall. She has trouble stringing her sentences together. I'm not saying this to be rude, Robert. She might have a literacy issue or a learning disorder, or there's something just off about her. And, I told Dennis, I'm like, I can't work with someone that doesn't communicate properly. Like, it's a waste of my time, and it's frustrating. I wish her the best. I hope she gets the help that she needs.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll say this about Dennis real quick. I commend Dennis for trying to help her. Dennis is trying to help her, but I think he's spinning his wheels. I think Dennis, because he's been through so much in the past and people have helped him, he's trying to pay back what people have done for him by trying to help her and not giving up on her. I understand that, Dennis, but at some point you got to cut your losses, man, because you're spinning your wheels in the mud. And you know, forget about you looking bad in front of people. I don't care about that. But you know, it's about your own sanity, bro. It's about your own sanity that I would be more concerned of. Like with me, when it comes to Christina, it's about not being able to have a reasonable conversation, a sensible conversation. You know, I want to be productive when I'm talking with people and get somewhere, whether we agree or disagree. I want us to be able to use logic and reasoning and be able to have a conversation. And with her, it's just not possible. That's all. Did Robert got booted again? And while Robert pops back on, give me a second here. Okay. Okay. So we have 45 people here.
Now, are you going to be going back on Dennis's channel at all?
Oh, you're back. Okay. Will I be going back on Dennis's channel? I mean, I'm open to it. And, you know, I talked with Dennis the other night, and, you know, Dennis wanted me to still do the show with Jamie. But I decided not to do it. And I want to be respectful to Dennis. You know, Dennis, you know, sent me an email, and there were some stipulations that I didn't agree to. And I'm just not going to do a show that's based on those types of stipulations. I can't get any further into it out of respect for Dennis, but
I got you.
You know, Dennis put those stipulations, and primarily was more so Jamie put those stipulations on as well. So I want to be respectful to Dennis and not get too far into it. I'm sure people can put two and two together and figure it out. But I'm
gonna switch off Dennis then. Okay. So I don't want you to accidentally say something that might make that collaboration not happen. So I'm gonna just stop it there.
I won't.
You know what I mean?
It's okay, bro. It's fine. Either way, it's totally fine. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let's get into this life coaching thing. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that, and I want to ask this myself. And I have an example also here with me also. I want to ask you this. Your style of life coaching. Now, are you a YouTube life coach, or do you do any personal life coaching? Because I've never asked you that. And then, because when someone watches your channel, like you'll have a title up, that'll, and I'll just make something up. I have to talk to Jamie today. Here's why. If someone is going to be on YouTube and they see that title, it has nothing to do with life coaching there. So I want to get into, are you a YouTube life coach? And because of you get picked on, you showing people that this is how you handle it, and that's the life coach? Because what I have here is this, Eli. I just happened to be walking down the street, and this was on the floor. This paper here, okay? Now this says, be encouraged on Zoom. Listen in to receive encouragement and strength. Services, zoom.us, meeting ID 853-284-3869, gives you a passcode. It says Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., Sundays at 12 p.m. So they're doing this on Zoom. It says we also have support groups for men, women, and youth for every Saturday of each month. Men, 3:30 p.m. Meeting ID on Zoom, 245-900-4725, and it gives you a passcode. The women, it has their meeting ID with their passcode, and for the youth, it has their meeting ID and their passcode. If you have any questions, please reach out to us via email, newgenerationccf@gmail.com. But they are also online, and these are life coaches trying to get people, and these are the services that they offer. Have you ever put anything out like this to get people to go get life coaching advice from you? And if not, how come?
I haven't gotten to that point yet because my channels are not at that level yet. And the reason why my channels are not at that level yet, this is my opinion, and I don't care what the other side says or anyone says, my growth has been stunted primarily by Jamie. JB Gunner initially several years ago was doing this, but everything that Jamie has done has taken complete money out of my pocket. He go wherever I go, he goes to try to leverage my audience. The reason why he's not here is because he's already leveraged this. There's nothing for him to take here, so there's no point for him being here. But if I was on a different channel like Dennis's, he would have things to leverage there. With Jamie, it boils down to money and what can he take, audience wise. And if it's not there,
Eli, you went off topic here. I'm talking about this is someone that is a life coach. They have services for men, women, and youth. They do it on Zoom. They give the meeting ID and the passcode so you can join in to be part of the group for their life coaching services.
I understand.
The question is, now you said that you haven't got to this point, but my question is, if you're going to be doing life coaching, you should set these up so that it's not getting to a certain point before you start giving the people the advice. You should already be having these things set up so people can come in to get the life coaching. I'm not talking about JB Gunner and leveraging. I'm talking about the life coaching itself. So I'm asking, are you going to be doing things like this? And are you going to have more life coaches on your panel so that you life coaches can discuss and help everybody else out there together for better collaborations and networking?
Yes, Robert, that's the plan. The reason why, and I was trying to answer your question, I understood the question. I'm saying that with what's happening right now, based on what a few people, especially what Jamie has done to create all this ruckus around my channels, I don't want to bring any of these high profile, high quality people out here. I don't want to advertise to bring more quality people that are going to come here and get confused regarding what's going on. So what I've been doing instead is slowly building a genuine audience, slowly but surely. And I've been tackling this head on to the point of where people are beginning to see what's really going on, and they're not supporting it anymore, or at least not as much. So the point is this. Yes, I do want to market myself more with flyers like that and, other ways of advertising. But right now, what would I be advertising? Them to come see what Jamie's doing, following me everywhere, sending this hate audience, putting out those hateful videos, doing all that. I'm not going to bring those people into this environment. So I'm basically, like you heard me say, I'm taking out the trash. I'm cleaning up shop. I'm basically coming out.
Yeah, but what about your members only content though? Why wouldn't you put your members only content to you telling people, hey, this is the group. It's a members only group for you guys to come and get your counseling in and to get the help. So for your members only content, it would be you doing your life coaching and those people. So if someone wants to try to watch you life coach, they're going to watch you life coach, not watch you go off on someone for talking about you. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I completely get what you're saying. And that's all I've wanted to do, Robert. But with all these continuous distractions and all this harassment and all this stalking everywhere I go, wherever I go, Jamie goes and he tells all of his people behind the scenes in Discord, go here and troll Eli, go here and, say this, say that, flood the chat and create ruckus. So we upset the host, and that way the host, gets rid of him. That's all they've done constantly. That is harassment. It is pure harassment. Now, the thing is, most people that would do something like that would do it once or twice, and they would have so many other things going on in life that they wouldn't keep doing it for 6 continuous years like Jamie has. But for Jamie, this is what he does all day, every day. So this is what's made it more difficult for me to do those things that you.
Eli up there? Eli will be back. Something happened. Eli, I think StreamYard is messing with him too. At HotFacts, for 6 years, Eli has been saying he's tired of this trolling and wants to get back to his regular content. I got you there. I would like to ask you guys this. How come you guys never asked a question I did about the life coaching and give an example? Normally when you have an example, someone will answer the question. So trying to figure that out right there. Hopefully Eli, here he is. So he's back here. So you guys, whenever you guys want to ask someone, have an example of what it is so someone knows what you're talking about, so that they can be on topic with you and you can be on topic with them. You don't want to have someone talking about,
I can't even hear you.
I heard you, Eli, you were good. Eli, you were good. Come on back. You were good. I heard you. ODN said, I've asked that question a lot of times. Come on back up, Eli.
I can't even hear. I'm going to come back in.
I hear you, Eli. I can hear you. Oh, he said he can't hear me. I heard him. So we're going to get into that. The life coaching thing, people, I got to ask them. And, we go see when he go get some more life coaches up in there with him.
I cannot hear.
All right. I got you. You're all good.
Now I can
Eli,
hear.
you were good.
What happened?
Yeah, you were all the way good. Now, Eli, next, when are we gonna get some life coaches up there on your panel? When are you gonna reach out to another life coach saying, hey, check out my content, check out what I do. I want to be able to collab with you. When are you gonna get another life coach on panel with you?
Not until we clear this whole thing up with Jamie and these people and they stop the harassment, because it's not worth it for them to come on when all they're going to do is get all this BS. I'm not going to put these people in that position. I don't think you're understanding that.
Well, no. I understand now. I understand that until these people that like to talk to you and go and do these things, you will not have any life coaches up. So there's going to be a lot of people out there, Eli, saying, well, if you're not going to put life coaches up or anything, then what's your channel about? That's the very first thing that's going to come out of their mouth.
Yeah, but Robert, I don't have to put life coaches on. I could do it all myself. I don't have to bring anyone on I don't want to bring on. I could do it all myself. The bottom line is that I'm not going to bring on higher caliber people to a shit show group. I'm not saying my content is shit, but the group of people, not the people that follow and support my channel. Our supporters, our members, Don's supporters and mine on our channels, they're great. We're talking about the trolls, the haters, the Jamies, those people that continuously reuse our content and stuff like that. Okay. That's the problem right there. So I'm not going to bring higher caliber people on my channel until we either, hey, grow further and grow past them, which we're getting there, or they just go away and stop doing what they're doing. Because I'm not going to, this has happened many times in the past, and I'm not going to ruin any more relationships over, what they're doing, what he's doing and other people are doing. So
right.
Eventually it's going to get there. It's a work in progress. You move the needle forward just a little bit each and every day. So,
right.
That is that.
I got you. And
I mean,
people
I
out
wouldn't.
there, look.
I
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, it's
No,
okay.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
done.
people, the restreaming thing and all that. You guys know that. I really don't care. But what I was gonna do for you guys today is actually have my music playing in the whole background, so I can hit certain people with copyright strikes. There's only 2 people who I want to do it to, but I thought that was a little bit too mean. But so if you did restream this from the very beginning, and I see that you were one of those 2 people, just be fair warned, because I own all the copyrights. It's my music through my ASCAP. So I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Like right now, I can just do this. Watch this. I'll do this. Let me go here. I'll do this.
Hot facts.
I can turn that down to whatever else it is, to like 9 or whatever. I can have the Hot Facts song play in the background the whole time. And if the restream is on, it ain't going to be a guideline strike. I can just go ahead and give you the copyright strike. It's already been done to at least 12 people who were trying to do the wrong things. And they were like, Reese got me with a copyright strike. Yeah, because I own the music and it's registered under me. So just letting you guys know that. You guys can watch and do whatever you got to do. But when I go back, and if one of those 2 people have it on there, or if it shows up, those 2 people, and they know who they are, they're in trouble. They've done, and the reason why I'm saying that, Eli, when my mom passed away, there's a couple people out there that donated, and then after they donated, they went talking crap about why would I go raise money for my mom's funeral. They said that it's trashy, you shouldn't do all that stuff. So those 2 people have been erased from my existence. Anything that they do, I don't bring their names up. I don't talk about them. I don't make videos up. I don't do anything. If I see you guys with my show on and my music is in the background, you guys are gonna get hit with the copyright, because I don't like you guys, and people that I don't like and they do things like that, you have no business using my material, especially if my music is in the background. I don't care about the fair use. Fair use is all there. My music that I own is not fair use. So you guys got to realize that. You can fair use shooting, but the strike can come from copyright through the music. The music is not fair use. I'm just letting you know for those 2 individuals. So keep coming in here with those names. You talk too much. I know exactly who you are. I'm going to keep throwing them out and keep throwing them out and keep throwing them out. You guys are erased from the whole history of anything. So quit talking about me, quit bringing me up, even though I know it's very hard, but you guys are fully erased. Anyone that goes against my mom's passing and me raising money for my mom, I raised money through GoFundMe when my son passed away. The school district helped, my neighbors, all my friends helped, the businesses I work with help, and they all help. I didn't do that with my mom, but I do it with my channel here for Hot Facts. People help donate to Hot Facts for the brand. And as you see, it says here, Cash App, Hot Facts, GoFundMe, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. That's the GoFundMe that I have. We got people out there that don't respect human life, and that's why they get treated like that on my channel. I am not one to play with like that, people. I see you joking around on other channels, doing that stuff and still lying about it, trying to go and tell someone else last night, well, Reese did this and he did that and he did that because of no money. No, you raise money for people when someone passes. A delivery driver just got killed, and guess what? One of the restaurants that they picked up from, they raise money for that person there. It's something that everybody does. So anyone that don't agree with that, fuck you. And the people that associate with them and laugh when they're talking this shit, fuck you. Fuck you, Roy. You're one of them too for talking all that shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that alone. Now, since we are on the pissy grown ass man, Eli, let me play this for you. And I want to get on the pissy grown ass man from which you say. I don't like the term pissy grown ass. Wait. I don't like the term pissy grown ass man, but I do know where it applies, and it applies to people that will talk crap behind. That'll talk crap behind your back, then try to debate with you and bring you on and do a whole bunch of other nonsense. When you call the pissy grown man, Eli, I took my own understanding on who it might be, and it's this person right here. And I'm gonna play this. Give me your thoughts after this. I want to see exactly what you feel about this. Real Talk with Roy hopped up on my live stream about, America. Roy was up there with me. It wasn't even planned for the entire show. Real Talk with Roy hopped up on my live stream about, you know, America. Roy was up there with me. It wasn't even planned for the entire show. For the entire show. Good looking, Roy. Appreciate that. That was a collaboration. So you know what I did? I put a picture of Roy up in there, put at Real Talk with Roy. At the end of my video, at the end screen, it had my channel and it had Roy's up there with the subscribe button. Collaboration. I then took a very important part about America. Is America creating hate by helping other countries? I took that whole segment out and made that a whole video in itself and got Roy tagged all up in it. Collaborations. Collaborations count.
Like the goofy ass fucking Robert Reese and Eli stream coming up tomorrow. Fucking morning.
And those two fucking clowns, man.
Oh, I know, dude. Talk about fucking. It must really be hurting for Robert. Must really be hurting for views, dude. He's got to get that fucking clown on there.
No, but he's all like crying. I'll only go on Robert's channel. Blah blah blah.
Fucking nerd up there.
He wants
I think Robert
bully, and he's the biggest bully in the fucking space. What's going on?
I think Robert's thinking he's gonna get paid or something. Maybe he thinks he's gonna get a bunch of super chats. I don't know. Corny as fuck.
I hope nobody donates.
I hope so too. If somebody donates, they're on crack, dude.
What's up, Mr. Flex? How's it going? And that goes for you too, Eli. Why you keep bringing up everybody else's name in your fucking live streams? Mr. Tough Guy, come on up. I got you. I want to be knocked down a few pegs. Since you know so much about divorced men, you fucking lacking non-fucking married ass. Come on, mister. You know so much about divorce. You know so much about relationships, you sorry motherfucker. Come on. Bring it on up. What's up, Rodeo? 37, what's up? Oh, well, Eli's all tough, man. Come on, fireman. You know Eli's all tough. He's all on his walk the stream. I'm taking out the trash. Bring it on, motherfucker. The trash is right here waiting for you. The trash is right here waiting for you. Got the link and everything just for you to bring out this trash, motherfucker. So bring it on up, clown gas, coward. You're quick with those fingers on the fucking YouTube community posts. You're quick with walking around with the fucking Furby on your face, scared of fucking everybody. So let's do this. Let's bring out some trash. Come on up. Bring me down some pegs. I want to see you bring me down some pegs, you dumb motherfucker. Tired of you fucking clown motherfucker.
Robert.
Now, Eli, that gentleman there, was speaking nice to me, went back and did that, then went and did all that stuff. He said, no one go and donate. We don't do these shows for just everyone coming and getting donations. All my shows show up in green. They all show up in green. I make my money on my ads. Someone did donate $5, so you're a crackhead from Roy. So make sure you go on and say, hey, I'm a crackhead. But it's okay for Roy to get all this money in from people because he talks about Eli, to get it in and say, look at how much I made. We ain't never seen Roy go give none of that money back to anyone. So Roy just saying, go ahead and give it to me. But they then say, no one donate. Look, no one cares if you guys do, but this is what we got to start understanding out there. This is how people move in circles and crowds and try to control YouTube. Don't do it. We'll go waste our money like this, or people can just say stupid things all day. I ain't telling you to do with your money, but for someone to be a hypocrite to get up there to go ahead and talk and everything, Roy don't get nothing on AdSense or anything. They pay him, they pay his bills, they do all that stuff. That's how Roy gets all his money. They give super chats to each other in a group to make them seem like they're doing all this other stuff. No one cares about any of that other stuff. Him say, well, I think Reese is hurting for views. Roy, I'm on 60-something thousand views in the past couple of days. My views and everything, they go up every single day. What I do in one day takes you a whole month in views. Okay, and you get the exact same people every day. You got to understand this stuff. No one cares about, hey, you guys, I'm mad at them. I'm begging Eli to come on. Hey, Eli, I'll give you a chance. Come and debate me. Come on, you little coward. Come on, you little coward. Come on, debate me. I'll debate you. I'll debate you. I want to. You're saying all that stuff, and you got mad. You got mad because we did this. Did you hear how sad your voice was? Like someone stole your candy apple at the fair? You were so sad that someone stole your candy apple at the fair. Then you were like, Eli this, Eli that. Every time Eli does a live stream, you are now one of the Eliers that go on with Thunder and all of them. That's all you do, Roy. You are an Elier now. You're going to get off of work or whatever else it is you're going to be doing, flipping them pizzas. You're going to get off of work, come on back. What did Eli say? What did Reese say? Emergency live stream. Let me go ahead and talk about Reese. Do it, Roy. Do it. I got you begging Eli on your knees. Begging for please. But I refuse to let you go. If I gotta beg and please for some sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg. Hey, baby. Roy, that's what you did on your knees. I put you on video there. Come on, tough guy. Come bring me down some levels. You're so mad at him that you were begging the same guy that you're talking about for your super chats. I'll go try to make some money off of Eli. I'll show him how to do it. You ain't made no money. Eli is the reason. Or when someone feels sorry and they say, well, let's go ahead and do this. You guys got your same group that you share lunch money with. That's what you guys do. That's what you guys do. All your racist thoughts and prejudiced views and all that stuff, you guys wouldn't go to no other communities doing any of that. None of them. None of them. That's why a lot of you guys don't show your face at all. And I was just giving you a pass, Roy. Yeah, I'm in the car. I'm at work and doing this. Well, you got to show your face. You ain't coming on here ever again because you don't show your face. You're one of those people. You know how I roll. I saw you talking crap, and I saw you do it a couple of days before that too. I just don't say nothing. I go into your live purposely to go in there and say what's up, for you to say, hey, what's up? And then when you see Reese, hey, Robert, I do that purposely so I can see the hater in you. I do it purposely. The biggest hater. The biggest hater. The biggest hater. You get mad about Eli. Said Eli gets happy over he's talking about super chats and asking for money. Ain't not one of your friends talking about when your car got in trouble or you're in your car when you're and asking everyone for money. No one say nothing. But on the up and up, that chat channel, when they did their video on you and they put that out, you got so mad that they put it out because you talk all that crap. And in their video, they said, well, how does Roy talk about all this stuff? But we got a video of him right now crying, begging everyone for money. But they don't bring it up. But the up and up did. The up and up did. And for those of you who want to see it, let me see your phone really quick. For those of you who want to see it, let me go to YouTube. Let me go to YouTube. Let me do this. Let me do this. On the up and up. He was all cool with them until they did that video because they were doing gig stuff. On the up and up. Oh, wait. Hold up. On the up, and I got to put... So it pops up fast. Let me put Torp because that green one always pops up. Here it is. Now let me click on the up and up. Let me go to videos here. Let me go to videos here. This video here is Real Talk with Roy right here. Let's go ahead and share this video right here. Let's copy this link. We're going to put this up inside the chat. You guys can watch this. This is 7 months ago from On the Up and Up, and they're giving their idea of Roy and what he does and the drama and stuff that he brings, and they bring up a situation that he did that he gets mad about people for. He didn't raise money because someone passed away or nothing else like that. He was doing it for that, and they all came to help. Can you go ahead and post that link in the chat? There you go right there, Roy. Talking about people behind their back. Eli, whenever you ready, Eli, I'm ready to have you back whenever you ready. I'm ready to have you back. Ready to have you back. And I'm gonna let Eli get on the pissy grown men that on Woody.
Okay.
And he's talking about the guys who are weird and hate women and all the other stuff. So go ahead, Eli. Talk about these pissy grown men.
Well, here's the thing, Robert. You know, again, I'm not here to trash talk anyone. I just call things as I see them because I feel for people and I care about their well-being. It's just that some people are not in a good enough place to understand where my head and heart truly is at. I don't have a problem with Roy as a person. I have stated my opinions about why I feel he is behaving the way he behaves sometimes. I've had my moments when I first came out here many years ago. Who just popped on?
ODN.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna let you guys talk.
Okay. When I first started doing this, you know, full-time, semi-full-time, about 6 years ago, I had my moments. I had my angry and bitter moments, and I was even in a relationship. And because of these guys and me getting sucked into their vortex, it made me become someone that I never was. And I snapped out of it. You know, that relationship ended and it wasn't meant to be. And now I have a good woman. I've snapped out of it. And all I want to do is help these men understand that, you know, what you're going through right now, I understand it, but you got to snap out of it because you don't want to live life like that. You don't want to, you know, be angry and bitter and jaded. It's first of all, it's not healthy. It's draining. It's not going to move your needle forward in a positive way. That's it. You know, look, I don't know everything that happened in these people's lives. I don't know exactly what happened in Roy's divorce or anyone's divorce. But what I do know is a lot of these MGTOW men are angry and bitter because they were the breadwinner in their household. And because their wife divorced them, it cost them half of their money. And all I'm saying is that your wife during that time was a part of your life. If you had kids with her, that comes along with it. And while you were at work bringing home the bacon, she was at home taking care of your house, taking care of the kids, cleaning, cooking, doing all of those things that if you had to pay a maid to do it, would have cost you probably more than she got in the settlement. So the bottom line is a lot of these guys, instead of accepting responsibility for their part of the marriage failing, they like to come out here and lash out and saying, oh, you know, women suck. Find me a good woman. Find me one that's not going to cheat on me. That's not going to use me for money. There are women that will cheat and there are women that will use you for money, but there are also good women out there. You just have to take your time to find them and you have to properly vet them. And even then, anything can go wrong. That's all. And I didn't expect to talk with Roy today. That wasn't part of the plan. But that wasn't part of the plan, Robert. I wanted to do a separate show on that. But if that's how it's going to go, if that, hold on, Robert. If that's what you're going to put me in, because that's how you want.
I'm in there with Roy too, Eli. Roy mad at me too. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one.
Okay, then you can talk. You can talk with Roy. I'll talk with him another time.
Why don't you talk with me now, Eli?
Stay on.
You got a lot to say right now, Eli. Why not talk to me now?
Eli, well, first of all, let me hit that mute button. Let's go ahead.
Don't mute me, Robert. If you guys are gonna talk shit, don't mute. Come on, bro.
There's rules to the show.
Shit, Roy.
There's no one talking shit, and there's rules. I went over went over all the rules. I went over all the rules.
You get your time. More coward shit. That's all I gotta say. More coward shit.
You want to talk? You get your 90 seconds. You cannot. Yeah, leave. People that don't want to have rules, they'll just leave. See, he could have had the ability to speak for 90 seconds and no one talk. He could have had the ability, but just don't come in and start doing that. Well, no, Roy, I gave the rules. You had the ability. As you see, ODN is down here being respectful. When he has the floor, he gonna have the floor. That's all it is. That's the pissy grown men that I'm talking about. They want to call you out and do all this stuff, but when they get up here, they don't know how to hold their cool, and then they leave. It's following rules. You got to follow rules at work. When you drive, it's following rules and staying in bounds. Don't be out of pocket. If you cannot be in pocket, then that means you got an issue. Plain and simple. ODN, what you got to add in?
You gave him the chance to talk. You were up here helping him try to state his case, and he took it out on you and left, in my opinion.
See? People, and this is someone that is just watching.
I don't even know who you are, dude. I don't know who you are from Adam.
So that's a fair. So what you saw was fair. See? Now, Eli, let's get on to this. Because I'm upset about what they're saying about Don, Eli, and it upsets me. Emilia gets upset also. I'm gonna go out there and say it out loud when they're saying that they're saying these mean things that you're killing her and you're the reason that her health is like this and all that. I get so upset with that because that's something you should never do, especially when you don't know someone's medical history, what's going on. You don't know anything, and to put that on someone and then to make jokes about it. I get upset. I ain't said nothing because it's not my war, it's not my fight, but I will voice myself right now. When it happened back then, like a week ago, I said it then too. I don't think that shit is cool. I don't think that's fair, and I think it's all the way fucked up. I know that you said you talk about Don. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to give you the floor to get your rocks off and speak up for Don and let her know that you got her back. The floor is yours, Eli.
Well, thank you, Robert. You know, look, Dawn knows I have her back and she has my back. We're a team. You know, what makes a relationship successful in my eyes is being teammates with your partner, and you play on the same team. You know, I'm not ever trying to one up Dawn, and she's not trying to one up me. Do we have our moments? Do we disagree on things? Sure, we do. But, you know, we talk things out and we move past it. And communication is very important. You know, what these people have said about Don, we've just learned to ignore it. We've learned to understand that these people are just angry, bitter, and miserable people. They've got nothing better to do with their free time than come out here on YouTube and, you know, try to trash people that they perceive to be in a better place than them for whatever reason. That's all that's happened. So how can we allow something like that to upset us when these people are purely projecting? It's all projection. They're not really mad at us. They're mad at themselves for lacking something that they see we have. That's what a projection is. That's all it boils down to. If these people, you know, were mature, these are grown-ass adults in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and they're acting more immature than a 10-year-old. And it's just really sad. More so, it is sad that they're behaving this way, regardless of, you know, whether they're trashing myself or Don or anyone else. It's all a projection. And then you have a guy like Jamie that, you know, he's been through a lot and he projects too. He has issues too, and he's talked about them, but he embraces these people and they embrace him. The reason why it works for Jamie to do what he does is because he has a group, his audience is very similar to him. So they relate to each other. And so when he comes at me or Don, these people come along with him and come at us because they're in the same predicament. They're all angry, bitter, immature, insecure people. They don't have self-love. They don't have self-respect. Like, no one with self-respect and self-love is going to behave the way these people behave. Does that make sense? Do you guys, I mean, Robert, ODN, your thoughts?
I agree with you there. The thing is their immaturity is very low, but at the same time, I've seen others try to stoop down to their level to combat their immaturity, only to end up giving them what they want.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, ODN, real quick, that does make perfect sense. It basically more so feeds what they need to feel good about themselves. So in essence, if we're calling them out, which what you're saying is, if we're calling them out on their piss poor projecting behavior, and then we react or overreact in similar ways as they do, then it gives them more fuel to come back and doesn't say, well, you're blaming us for the same thing you're doing. Right?
Right.
That's what you're saying in different words, right?
Yes. And at the same time, they will call you out for something that you did being somewhat minute and compared to what they have done. And it's very hypocritical, and it's one of the worst forms of gaslighting that you could ever imagine. And it pisses you off. Excuse my French.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what guys
like
the guys like Jamie, they gaslight on purpose. It's intentional gaslighting. I've talked about it before. It's fake instigated drama to create conflict, so that way he can make content from that conflict to an audience that needs the conflict to make it through their days, and then they pay him for that. That's all it boils down to. I honestly firmly believe that Jamie knows 100% what he's doing. He's playing up his audience, but he also is very similar to them because he's been through a lot of the things that they've been through. And I think Jamie personally struggles with self-love and self-respect. So it's like he feeds off of the audience, they feed off of him. And yeah, that's what creates all this in that situation, in my opinion. So,
see, I think he's a spoiled brat. I just think he's a major spoiled brat, and I think he gets off on bullying people because it's the only form of power he really has. And some of the people that support him, I'm just going to say it, they're weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, look. I'm not gonna lie. I've said it a long time that it's kind of strange that they tried to tell me not to do the first interview with Eli. I did a whole series. I got a chance to figure out and see how Eli operates and everything else like that, right? Everything else. I'm sitting up here doing it, and these dudes are crazy because they spend all damn day making videos, trying to make thumbnails about him all damn day. I don't do that. You don't see HotFacts doing everyday videos of Eli. Let me talk about Eli. Let me do community. You don't see that from HotFacts. Even when we had our little the thing, you didn't see me every day doing some stuff like that. No, whenever Eli said something in a video, I'll say maybe like 2 or 3 lines, or I did the song, Mr. Boombastic, I love plastic, and I said Eli and Flex likes to look at each other pee-pees and go room, and I did that for Eli and Flex. Right now they're using that saying, look at Reese's saying and sniffing draws. No, I did that about Eli and Flex, and that was after Eli said something, but that was just one little thing. I'm not making videos and everyone coming here, donate money, let's restream it, let's go ahead and do it on Rumble, let's throw it here. Everyone go in there and make troll accounts. That means you have no life, and that's stupid. That's just stupid. I can't do it.
Yep.
Eli is their outlet. Eli is their outlet, and I think they're afraid someone's going to take that from them. And quite frankly, Eli doesn't, in my opinion, sorry, Eli, I don't think you realize how much ability you truly have regarding this situation to shed some light on this in a public manner to where people seen it on a mass level. You could actually bring some light to this in a way to make them famous, not in the way they would like, if that makes any sense. What they're doing could get them some publicity in a very negative way. And I think they're afraid of that. They see Eli as being the LOL cow, but what they're afraid of is Eli being the bull and putting the horns to them. And I've had my differences with Eli. I'm not trying to white knight for Eli because there's a lot of things that me and Eli do not agree with. But I will say these guys doing this to Eli, Jamie in particular, he is a runt. And I know you're monetized here, so I'm going to be careful as to what I say. But if you weren't monetized, I would be telling you exactly what I think of this guy. He's a
Go ahead.
spoiled.
You're on Hot Facts. Look, my show. You on Hot Facts. Say it.
This guy
say it. You're on Hot Facts.
He's a spoiled brat, little soft-handed lily who projects his insecurities onto everyone else. He points the finger at everybody and their dog, but in all actuality, he's the common denominator. He's the problem, and it's people getting behind him and supporting him. These are the spoiled brats of society. These are the ones that just are somewhat sadistic, and they get off on taunting other people like little brats poking a bear with a stick. And I'm not trying to say I or Eli or anyone else is a bear. I'm just saying you're being a spoiled brat poking someone with a stick, Jamie, and you have been. And you can only do it behind a keyboard. You're not going to do it in real life.
Ooh, and that's a good point right there, because they were telling him, he says go on Hot Facts. And I went to his channel and he was on there saying, well, why would I be opposed to going to Hot Facts? They were making him not come on here. I guess, he probably saw some interviews and stuff and said, well, this guy is fully legit, but I just don't want to. That dude knows if you come on here, I'm a different host. I've got questions and I go straight to your ass with them. And if you cannot answer them, it's really going to show. It's really going to show. So if you're out there acting like an idiot, I got a question that's going to make you defend your idiocy.
Robert, if you want, bring on Twiggy22, because he continues to run his mouth. And the bottom line is,
come on down.
Is Twiggy, if you want to talk, come on up right now. Let's talk one-on-one, respectfully. I'm not here to attack you or anyone.
ODN,
you seem to think
ODN, you're a good person, man, because you said I disagree with Eli and everything on many things, but you're up here giving some truth. I respect that. That's called Hot Facts. Hot Facts is the truth behind what you stand for. Those are Hot Facts, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you saying that, man. I recognize some realness in you, man. Like, in seeing you get into this situation, you don't. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I don't know if you know what you're in for, dude. I've had to have court with these weirdos and stuff. There's some legitimate, like, weird stalkers. Jamie being one of them. There's 3 people that
I know whether they are. They're on that Kiki. They're on that Kiki Farms thing too. I know. I know exactly what I'm into when I've been dealing with Eli. Okay. And the thing is, when these people try to troll me, they figure out that they can't. They can't just come in my chat and be writing all this stuff. My Nightbot, I programmed it to all type of stuff. So they got to come in here correct. They can't spam. They can't do anything like that. I mute, and then I'm a mouthpiece all on my own. I will fuck them up on the mic, and they don't want that.
Right.
Oh, shit, he dropped. But yeah, he seems like he knows what's up if he knows that Kiki Farms or whatever, the Kiwi Farms or whatever the hell it's called.
Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Kiwi Farms. I don't go onto those sites like that. I've heard about it, but I don't go out and look at that crap. I don't have the time for it. But I've known you for over 5 years, ODN, and the thing is, again, hey, Twiggy, you have your opinion. If you want to come on up here and share your opinion, you've only known me for maybe 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year at the most. You really haven't been around to see the backstory, but you're speaking like you know the whole thing. And
it's just one of them with a troll account, dude.
No, he's the guy that served me for the lawsuit I was involved.
Oh, is he?
Oh, is he?
All right.
He's the guy that came from Southern California to serve me. Okay, and that's as far as I want to go, because
the Tesla dude,
the Tesla guy, right?
Yeah,
right. Okay. So quite frankly, look, he can say whatever he wants to say. I'm not upset at him. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is he doesn't know enough of the story, and I think he's inserting himself in something that he doesn't know a whole lot about.
Right.
And he's not an actual YouTuber, so it's like, how would it benefit him to even talk about this stuff? He comes in the chats, and this is what he said, Odin. I don't know you at all, but it seems to be that you are liking Eli because you have the same rival, not because you like Eli. That is something Eli needs to think about and actually see. Twiggy, look,
Can you hear me?
There he is, right there. There he is.
Yeah, Odin, here I am. I don't know you, so let's just get this out of the worst. I don't have a clue who you are. Okay, so I'm not looking for a new fight with somebody, and I don't even have a fight with Eli. You want the honest truth. Okay, but the problem I have with ODN being on there, like I said, nothing against him, don't know anything about him, is, okay, you know what? Let's start over. What did you want to ask me, Eli? I'm right here. Go ahead.
Oh no, you got something to say, dude. I don't have anything to ask you at this point. You started to talk. So I'll tell you what. Listen, I gotta go take care of something real quick. I'm listening on my phone. I'm gonna listen on my phone. You guys talk, and I'll respond when I get back in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. I've got other responsibilities, but I will be back.
Okay, Robert. Let me go into my comment that I made that Eli just read about ODN. Again, I know nothing about ODN. Nothing personal. Nothing. I don't know who he is. My problem is what I'm finding that ODN and that other person, the icon, 3-letter G something. I don't know who she is. What I'm finding that people aren't agreeing with Eli. They just seem to have, the people who agree with Eli generally seem to have the same enemy as Eli. And that, so it's kind of like people who said, like politically, just I don't like Trump, but I sure as other guy, so I'm going to vote for Trump, or vice versa. It isn't a like the person they're siding with. It's the dislike is larger on the other side. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these people. There is maybe 1 or 2 people in the time that I've known of Eli that have stuck around to be on Eli, and nobody knows who they are. Meaning like AZ, no one knows who they are. You know, Jenny Sadler, whoever, don't even know she's real. There has been nobody that has been around the community, have been a part of a short amount of time, honestly, that has stuck to Eli's side and hasn't seen through what everyone considers the bullshit. And that's why when I find somebody of who Eli's known as long as ODN, for example, or other people that have been around for a while that seem to side with Eli, it's fleeting. It lasts a little bit until Eli either pisses them off, they decide to go away somewhere else, or whatever. Does that make sense? That's why I made the comment that I made.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Please go ahead.
How long have you been aware of Eli? How many years?
It's been about no years. It's been about I think it was probably October, November when he went into the gig community. I originally was in the gig community.
Okay, so you've known about Eli for a few months.
Went into the gig community.
Right?
No, it's not a few months. It's probably about 8-9 months. That's not a few, but not as long.
Well, I've known about Eli for about 8 years, and this whole situation he's been dealing with, I'm going to say this: I did not agree with Eli on a lot of stuff, and I have been on YouTube virtually since it's been out, and I have never in my life had the problem I have had with anyone in my life as I have had with Lycan Theory, or General Legion, as you guys are calling him now, and his friend SB, and the Canadian guy. There's 3 people that are involved in a major harassment campaign, and they use it to their benefit for proceeds and donations and whatnot. And this is truthful. I do not care for a lot of what Eli does, but I see where he's coming with, or where he's coming from regarding these people that he's speaking of. And you can say, hey, it's just because I'll let you talk for a while. Let me say something real quick. You might think it's just because I have the same enemies as him, but the fact of the matter is yes, we do have the same enemies, but those are the only enemies I've ever had in my life, and they are messed up people. And yes, Eli has done some things that aren't so great in his past, but nothing nothing like what I have seen these people do to me and others. And they got about 100 different enemies. I only have 3, and they all know each other. General Legion, as he likes to call himself, and SB and the Canadian. That's it.
Fair.
Yeah,
Fair
can
enough.
I get in here real quick? Let me get in here real quick if I can.
Eli, hold on one second. Let me respond to ODN for just one thing he said. Fair enough. I have no relationship with these other people, other than the names, obviously. And I'm not saying that you are in with Eli and agree with everything he says. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying that from an outside point of view, as you much described, I've only known him known of him for 8 or 9 months. That's what it seems like to me. If you have some other things in common, then great. I'm not criticizing you personally. I'm just talking about the people that seem to that have been around, seem to come back to Eli's camp, if you want to put it, seem to have the same enemy as Eli. If listen, I'm wrong. I'm just telling you from an view that like to me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There you go.
Yeah, let me
Eli,
get in here. I want to ask you some questions, Twiggy. Here's the thing: you've been around long enough, and
yes, Twiggy. All right, Twiggy. Once Eli goes ahead, and wait. Once Eli goes ahead and asks the question, when it's done, Eli's gonna be able to. He's gonna have to sit quiet, and when you are completely done with your answer, okay, the floor goes right back to Eli, unless now you have a question, then it goes to you, and then Eli has to wait, and we're gonna do it like that to be respectful.
Fair enough.
Here's the thing. I don't want to cause any issues with anyone here, but you've been around and you've been a participant in some things too. We're not going to get into that. I've moved past that. I'm being mature about it. The thing is that you've also seen what Jamie has done and these people have done. I want to ask you a set of questions, Twiggy. Do you feel it is right for Jamie to purchase a $4.99 channel membership and then go to Rumble and rebroadcast my paid content for any reason? Do you feel that is right?
I don't know that he does because I'm not friends with him. So I don't know what he buys.
You're deflecting. Do you feel that No. You ask questions, we answer. Now you're going to answer, or you just say, I deflect, I refuse to answer. Because here's the thing. I'm asking you a straightforward question.
Sure,
do you feel, Twiggy, that it is right for any person? Let me rephrase, Twiggy. Do you feel that it is right for any person to go on a channel that's monetized, that has paid memberships for their paid members, buy a membership with the sole intent to steal that content and rebroadcast it for free on another platform, to try to stick it to that person and then capitalize off of it? Yes or no? Simple. If you don't want to answer, say I don't want to answer, and then that'll be the end of it.
Okay, I'll answer the question. The problem is your question
answer the question.
is very. Are you going to let me talk, Eli, or not? If you're not going to let me
a simple
answer,
question.
then I'm just going to sit here and not say anything.
Twiggy, go ahead and answer.
Okay. If somebody buys something or therefore a membership and they want to stream it at their own risk on a different platform, whether they believe they have permission or not, that's up for debate, I guess, from what I'm hearing, then that is a risk they're willing to take. It is not my place to tell them whether they can or can't or should or shouldn't. It's not my place. If they want to do something, then fine. If they don't, then they don't. I don't understand why my answer makes a difference in anything, because all it's doing is setting you up to say, I don't agree with you, Twiggy. So therefore, since I don't agree with you, all your opinions are invalid. And that's what you do. So I'm not going to give you the answer that you think you want or you think I'm going to give you, because it doesn't matter to me. If you gave me permission,
let me interject.
Sure.
Let me interject there, Twiggy. Let me interject there. I understand what you were saying, Twiggy. You're like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I shouldn't even care. I get you all the way. But now you got to look into the realm of it like this. Let's use this scenario here. Let's say you're a music artist and you pull up to a place and you go outside and there's somebody selling all your music outside of his trunk, and you see him doing it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, no, fair. To answer your question, if it was my music that he was selling, I sure as hell would say something. But here's the difference, Robert. The difference is I can only do that if I have clean hands. If I have never used Napster back in the old days, I have never done file sharing. If I have never given, if I make a mixtape for a girl in the 90s and I take a Bon Jovi song and I give it to the girl who's now playing in her car, did I just do the same thing that Eli was describing, but in an 80s version? Yes, technically, I guess I was.
Yes.
So, you know, if Mother Teresa wants to come to me and ask it, and I know she's never done it, then that's a barometer I'll go by. But you can't come to me with something that, with unclean hands, to use the term, and tell me what's right and what's wrong. It doesn't work that way. Not to me.
I'm asking
Gotcha.
you.
Now, is there a question for Eli? Is there a question for Eli that you want to ask him,
Actually,
Twiggy?
there's not a question for Eli. There's something I want to compliment Eli on, actually. And we have never had a chance to talk face-to-face or voice-to-voice, and I want to give him a compliment in this. I don't know if you know, Eli, but I am probably your only public success story. Do you know that? And I'm being honest. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Robert even knows about it. Because let me tell you something. When I went and served you, that was my first serve. And after I left, I decided I wanted to do it as a business. And that was what, 6 months ago? And in this 6 months, I have a humongous business now. And so you directly are part of my success. So I am your success story.
Well, here's the thing, Twiggy.
That should feel good.
You also mentioned, here's the thing, Twiggy. Listen, I'm not trying to backtrack and I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, but you told me at the time, at the time of serving me, that you were a licensed processor.
Right.
That's what you said.
Right. So you
lied.
No, I'm not lying. Here's where the research comes in, Eli. Here's, you know, I'm 51. I'm going to be 52 soon. So we're the same age. So I guess you can say we're the same generation, which might make you feel a little bit better because I know you care a lot about that. There's something that we need to do, which is trust and verify at our age. We heard that from Ronald Reagan, right? Trust and verify. What you didn't do, and if I'm going to give you, it's not a criticism, it's just a fact. You didn't check dates on certain things. When I served you, I wasn't licensed. When I answered that question, I was. So in the week time that was different, I got licensed. So I was honest when I told you that. And the reason why there wasn't a license number on the form is because I didn't have a license at the time and I didn't need one. Because civilly you don't.
That's true.
So that is, again, another fact that you assumed, which we all do it, some of us more than others, that you assumed that was not correct because you didn't verify it. So to answer your question, that's how that happened. Now that mystery is solved for you, maybe it'll help you sleep better. I don't know. But the
I really don't care, to be honest with you.
Well, you asked, so I answered. You know, the fact is, Eli, is that, you know, if you were somebody who had clean hands in a lot of things you do, then I would be very much more critical of, for example, Jamie, about the restreaming. You gave permission, you said, and then you took it back, and I don't know the dates, and I don't know any of that stuff. So
months ago.
Whatever, but it doesn't make a difference. It does not for what I'm
Why do you care? Why are you so invested in my story?
I care because Robert asked a question and you were answering it. So that's why it's a topic.
Let me ask you this. Why do you follow me around like a sick puppy dog like the rest of them do, and you chat about me in the chats? If you don't care, if I'm nobody to you, then why are you here? Why are you in the chat? You're everywhere
Eli,
where these people go. Why?
I'm going to tell you the God honest truths why I still watch your streams and some of the people that, you know, that comment and do commentary. I'm going to tell the honest truth. Okay. And you might not like it, but you asked. Because what I do for a living now, I drive a lot and I get bored. And the truth is, you whether you want to be or not, are tons of entertainment and everybody else. And I watch a lot of videos. I mean, it's not just you guys, not just you. I mean, I watch Robert. Robert sees me every day. I watch Roy. I watch a lot of non-gig stuff. It is some great entertainment. As you've noticed, I've pretty much left you alone and you've left me alone because I don't comment in your streams. I don't voodoo fake accounts. I don't do any of that because I don't have a need to interact with you. But the truth is, the reason why I follow is because it's just like watching Mad TV or In Living Color or the shit show on whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just pure good entertainment. And you have no idea how much money you would make if you just embraced it versus fought it.
Lovely.
I'm being honest with you, Eli.
I'm not,
that's up to you.
It's not. Well, here's the thing, Twiggy. I'm not a sellout, and I'm not going to sell out being something that I'm not. I don't care how much money it costs me. Okay. Well, that's just who I am.
That is completely your choice, Eli. And I'm just telling you that's why I watch. I don't go into Jamie's stream and talk. I don't go into these other people and talk. I mean, maybe I've made a comment when they ask a specific question that I have some knowledge of. But other than that, you probably see it all. I don't talk. I just find it.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask him a question real quick. Well, where do you watch Eli?
YouTube.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, but where on YouTube? On Eli's channel or on the rebroadcast?
No, actually,
be honest.
You want to laugh? Okay, I'll answer you. Honestly, on both. You want to know why? At the same time, because I have an iPad and I have my iPhone. And I like to see what's in Eli's chat because I think some of the people in his chat are just, I'll be blunt, they're soft trolling him. And either he doesn't care, he likes it, or he just doesn't realize it. And then I watch some of the chats from the restreams. Honestly, I listen more to him than I do the restreams because I'll be blunt. In some of the restreams, you can't hear what Eli's saying because people are talking too much. So the truth is, I watch them both pretty much at the same time. There's honesty for you, Eli.
Well, let me ask you this, Twiggy.
Sure.
Do you feel that a grown-ass, almost 40-year-old man shoving a rainbow dildo in someone's mouth on a restream is the most mature thing they can do?
Oh,
do you think putting a bra? No, I'm asking you. No, answer. Listen,
I'm going to answer.
Do you think it's? Do you think it's the most mature thing?
Let him finish the question.
Sure, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, let me finish the question. Do you feel that shoving a rainbow dildo in someone's mouth and putting a bra on somebody is actual commentary, or is it just, harassment and trolling and just trying to make something out of nothing? Because here's the thing. I talk about life coaching principles. The only time I talk about Jamie and stuff is when he continues to harass to make my audience aware. So in no way, shape, or form do I deserve any of that. He's just throwing that on there, just trying to stir something up. My content has nothing to do with Jamie or his group at all. But he does that so he can, feed the audience of Coach Eli haters what they want to open up their pocketbooks. So do you
let him answer that question, Eli, because now you went from question to going into something else. Let him answer that first part.
That's fine.
So he doesn't forget
Robert.
what he's going to say.
Okay. And I think you'll be surprised by that answer, Eli. Do I think that doing that is a mature, respectful thing to do? Kind of, I guess I'm going back to your question. Honestly, it is totally not. But it is hilarious. Okay, it is to me the same as watching white chick.
I can't hear him.
Can't hear him either. Twiggy, something happened. All right, something happened there. ODN, ODN, I would like to say, man, hey, breath of fresh air up here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Well, if you were to ask anyone else, they'd be like, "Get that bum off your channel."
Hey, I go by what I see, man. I don't go off of what anyone else says. What my interactions are with someone there. If I got and it's like that, it is what it is. And yeah, I respect that. And yeah, people,
You can come up on the panel. You see how ODN is doing. You see how Twiggy is up here. Twiggy going back and forth, a little bit of, but that's okay. But did you see how Roy was not able to do that? So if we got other grown men able to do it, we got to start looking at people and what they do online when they're doing these live streams, people. The first thing they do is get up and let me go talk about Eli. Let me tell you the first thing I do normally. I'm about to go check some ESPN, my stats, my NFL, MLB is in. I'm about to go check out all my stuff, go look at food and stuff.
Well, Robert removed himself and he's coming back.
What I was going to say, though, is legally... Oh, there he is. He's back.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what I was going to say, though, is this dude Twiggy, until he gets his mic fixed, I'm not going to, like, go into him because he doesn't got a mic to defend himself, but I was going to say he is participating in streams where they're technically illegally broadcasting a man's content.
Oh, my fault. My fault. I tried to remove Twiggy and it removed ODN. Wait, that was my fault. My fault, ODN. I apologize.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Twiggy might need to reestablish a connection, come back in or something. I don't know. But I was gonna say the guy is participating in streams where they're technically illegally rebroadcasting a man's content that he has made clear that he does not wish to be broadcasted, and he has the earliest publication date. And even though he hasn't gotten it, he may have, I don't know, you'd have to ask him if he's gotten some of it copywritten with the United States Copyright Office, he would have even more so of a case. But if you were to restream the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight for like thousands of people and make money off it yourself, you would be charged legally, especially if the attorneys and everybody was made aware of it. The same thing applies for TV shows and entertainment as music. It's not just a music thing. And this guy, being a guy who is a process server and supposedly aware of the law, you would think would know that. And if I was him, I wouldn't have admitted to partaking in watching these illegal broadcasts. It just shows, in my opinion, this is more of a harassment campaign. Even this process server himself, if you knew the backstory, I don't know if you do, about the Tammy situation where Eli was served for reporting Tammy for using his trademark, I believe it was his copywritten content or his trademark or something to that effect. His name.
Oh, I know everything, ODN. I know everything. I was reporting on it. Yeah.
Right, and if Eli would have gone through with that case, it would have easily been dismissed by any judge. But for some reason, I don't want to be rude to Eli, I feel as if Eli was pressured and scared and ended up paying his trolls money to troll him legally through the court system.
I agree.
That's what happened there. And Eli's not taking the bull by the horns in this situation and putting the boots to these guys.
Eli would say why you ain't putting the boots to Eli? Why you ain't putting the boots to him?
To me?
Oh no, there's Twiggers.
No.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I came back on my iPad. Every time I got a phone call, it disconnected me. I didn't realize it did that on my phone. Sorry.
You all right?
To answer ODN's, because I don't know how much of my other rant you heard. I understand what you're saying, ODN. Here's the difference is, I'm not the one restreaming him. So there's a big issue there. So that's not even, okay, first off, do I know the law? Yeah, I know the law to a point. I am not a restreaming internet copyright attorney, so whatever. But the point is, again, ODN, are you going to sit there and tell me that you have never watched a rebroadcast of anybody, that you have never listened to a song that you didn't buy, that you speed that you have never sped before on the road?
Do you want me to tell you?
Go ahead and tell me you never have, and I'll say, let me see you walk on water. I mean,
I would never admit to doing something illegal on the internet because I know that it would get me in trouble. That's what I'm going to say.
I was the Napster king. I was the Napster king back in high school. I ain't gonna lie.
ODN, maybe. Let me say this. Oh God. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, I'm just gonna say, if you want to live with that paranoia, that's your deal. Fine. Someone wants some cop
in this community. You have to.
That's fine. Hey, fair enough. Fine. If someone wants to report me for watching a restream that somebody else put on a different platform while also streaming Eli's actual stream, fine, go ahead. I don't care. It really means that is minuscule of an issue in my life. I mean, that's fine. I don't have enough in my past to worry about somebody looking at me that way. Okay, it doesn't matter. Did we lose everybody but me and you? Is Robert gone?
You guys there?
That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Your picture's gone, so I thought you were gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And your
I'm here.
All right. So I mean, fine. That I'm a dummy for admitting that I've watched a rebroadcast on whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to make that. Okay, look, to sit here and say.
I want to say this real quick. You're not a dummy so much for admitting that you've watched an illegal stream. It's the fact that this is an ongoing issue, and it is, in my opinion, a form of felony harassment. This ongoing, it's been going on for years with Eli and this guy. When Eli's made it very clear he doesn't want any contact with him, and then when he does try to make truce with him, it's only so he'll stop harassing him, and then it ends up hurting him every time. But you're involving yourself with it, and you're admitting that you're watching some of the rebroadcasted content.
Okay. Okay, fine. My involvement in Eli's business is as far as I did business in some way inadvertently with Eli by serving him and getting paid for it. That is the only interaction as of a business with Eli. I am not paying somebody for content that's not theirs. I'm not paying for it. I am not. Let me ask you this. If someone walks into Best Buy and sees, Top Gun Maverick on the screen and they sit there for 2.5 hours and watch it, is that stealing that TV movie because they didn't pay to watch, because they didn't pay for the chance to watch it? No.
I know there has been people that have been prosecuted by people like Napster, or not Napster, but Napster, and people have been, there's been people that have been prosecuted for stealing content, and I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that you're involving yourself in this man's. These guys are harassing this dude, obviously, and you're just helping them do it by involving yourself.
Okay.
Can I get in here for a second? Let me get in here for a second. Can
I say one thing, really?
Yeah, then I'm going to talk because I haven't had much. I haven't given much time to say anything. Go ahead.
Eli, I haven't said this to really only a few people know this, but when I sent you that email to tell you I'm done, I'm out of this, I don't want any part of this shit that you guys are all in, and I stayed away. Do you remember what happened the next stream after I sent that email? You went on a walking stream, and the next day you went on with Robert. Do you remember what you did? And please tell me you do, because I'm not going to believe you if you say you didn't.
I don't remember because I've done so many. I've done so many shows. Maybe I mentioned you.
No, you didn't mention me. No, you didn't mention me. What you did is you put a background on from where I am. And I'm doxing myself in some way because people can find me anyway. But you put your background from the city that I live in after I stepped away and we were done. So don't tell me that you get pissed when other people troll you, because you do the same.
You're wrong.
You want me to pull the screenshot? You want me to pull the
screenshot? No. Listen to me. You need to hear my response. You're accusing me of something without allowing me to defend myself. Let me talk, because you want to run your mouth. Let me respond, please.
Twiggy, were you done? Twiggy, were you done? Because you still had about like 25 seconds left.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, Eli.
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, that was on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese show.
Probably yes.
Okay. Do you know Robert lives nearby your area? I put a background of Southern California because I was on a show with Robert, and that was more to pay props to him. You just assumed and accused. Hold on. Let me finish because I don't want to get upset. You guys keep cutting. No. You guys keep cutting me off and not letting me respond. And I'm going to raise my voice if you guys don't let me respond.
I said go ahead.
Get it out, Eli. Get it out.
Let me respond to the questions that I'm asked. You accuse me of doxing you like many other people have, and I haven't. I put that background on there because I was on Hot Facts show, and I wanted to show my respect to the area around where he is, somewhere in Southern California. I don't know exactly where any of you live. Okay? But I put that on there out of respect for Robert Reese on his show. That's one thing. The second thing I want to mention is what ODN mentioned. Forget about the rebroadcast. I technically don't have a problem with someone, including Jamie, rebroadcasting me from time to time and doing commentary on me from time to time. But when it happens all day, every day, either through him or other people in this network, that is harassment. That is beyond copyright. Forget about copyright. Forget about all this, members only stuff. It is harassment. When something is constant, it's harassment. Let me ask you this, Twiggy, and be honest. Okay? If you go up, now, I know, I believe you're not single, I'm not single, but let's pretend that we're single. If we went up to a woman and asked her on a date and she said no, and then we asked her again and she said no, and then we asked her a third time and she said no, and then we asked her a fourth time and she said no, and then a fifth time, would that be considered harassment in your eyes, Twiggy? Yes or no? One word answer. Yes or no?
Hey,
yes or no?
Robert, am I going to be allowed to answer his 2 or 3 statements that he said? Or
all right, so right now, Eli, you just put like a couple quick questions and then statements. So let's push pause right there so Twiggy can answer so he don't forget. Go ahead, Twiggy.
Let me go back to the first thing Eli said, which was in response to me. I said I'm doxing myself. I didn't say you were doxing me. First off, if you go back, go back to what I said 30 seconds ago. I said I'm doxing myself because you put my hometown where I live in your background on the stream after I sent that letter to you. That's what I just said. You can go back and see it later. First off. Second of all, Robert knows exactly where you have said on 3 or 4 occasions during your walking streams that once you get the proof of service, you're going to know exactly where I live and who I am, which is true. And that you said several times during your streams that it's now on the courthouse website. So you're not going to dox me, but anyone can go on there and find it. So you know what?
Eli, I must say, Eli, I know exactly when that happened, and I remember that vividly. Everything Twiggy said, you absolutely did say, Eli. You said you're gonna get this information because it has to come through because he's the server, and you did say that they can go and look at it up there, like where the docket is and everything, and get the information. You said that, Eli.
Robert, it's water under the bridge. But my point about all this is, Robert, I know where you live. You know where I live. I've talked to you before, Robert. You know the valley I'm from and everything. And Eli, you're not a stupid person. I don't think you're stupid. I know you know exactly what county I'm from. You have my exact address, actually. And not only that, you know exactly what city is next door to me. Like, for example, Redwood City. And like, I actually don't know the cities around you. Like 5 minutes away is the city you put on your background. Robert is 2 hours from that. So please don't treat me like I'm stupid, because I'm not. We're the same age. We have the same life experiences to some degree. I'm treating you saying you did this and you knew. Take responsibility. Don't tell me that you're sitting here not knowing that the town next door to where I live is what you put on there, and Robert's 2 hours away, and it was an homage to Robert. This wasn't your first one with Robert. It was 5 or 6 shows in. So don't give me that bullshit. I'm not going to listen to it. About your question.
You know what? Honestly, Twiggy, I right now, you're just all over the place. And honestly, the only question, my question I have for you is, If you go up to a woman and ask her out on a date and she says no, and you ask her 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other times, and she keeps saying no, is that considered harassment in your eyes? Yes or no?
Let me answer your question the way you answered mine before. You're deflecting. I showed you specific evidence right now that Robert confirmed.
I'm done with
you
this
knew,
guy, Robert.
and you didn't. And you're now.
Robert, I'm done with this guy, Robert.
I'm sorry. You're going to quit now, Eli, because you can't handle when I.
No, I'm not quitting.
Eli,
but honestly,
Eli, there's no Eli. There's nothing going on. He's given facts. If he said something that was not true, I would have hopped in and said that's not how I remember it, Twiggy. I would have interjected then. Eli,
yeah,
he's giving information off of visual evidence that he's witnessed, and then I witnessed it too. So he's not going back. He's actually giving you something. So right now, don't say you're done with him and you're getting tired of him. You know, it's a debate now. Now you got to come back with yours to have him see about what you're saying.
ODN, what do you think about all this?
ODN has nothing to do with it.
Hold on. I'm going to say I have to agree with Hot Facts, but I will say this, Eli. I obviously see that Jamie is harassing the ever-living hell out of you, but when you say that he can do it every once in a while, when he can restream you every once in a while, he's going to use that if you ever do go to court for him harassing you or using copyrights, because it's going to come to a head eventually. And he's going to use that against you. You need to stop giving him leeway like that, in my opinion, because and I believe any judge in their right mind can understand what you're saying when you say you wouldn't mind it so bad if it was just every once in a while. It's kind of what you meant there. But he's gonna go ahead.
I'm not looking to sue anybody, ODN. I'm not looking to go to court.
Well, then, are you going to beat his? I'm not going to say. What are you going to do? Just let this dude keep doing this?
Well, we're just going to talk about it every now and then, raise awareness, and grow past it. That's my strategy, and it's working.
Grow past it. It's like fungus. It doesn't go away, Eli.
Well,
I agree with ODN.
No,
it's not going to go away. Not because of me or him, but because
I'm sorry. It is going to go away because I'm going to ice you out and everyone out.
And then you'll.
That's how it's going to go away.
Well, Eli, if you're gonna, all right, if you're gonna take the approach to icing people out, then you can't go do a live stream or do a community post like right after, and then start talking about them again because you're not icing them out. Now, someone made up a valid point yesterday. They said when you start doing the members only lives and everything, people stop bullying you for just a little bit. All right, so you did control some of that, but you can't just say these things and say it's cool, and then on your live stream when someone tries to trigger you and types in a question or a comment in your chat, you go right back into the person saying, "Well, I know who sent you here. I know who did that and everything." You go right back into them, and I'll give you an example. I came in as Lester Rawlings, Eli, all the way from Boise, Idaho, and said me and my son my son likes watching you, and I see you, and everything was cool. And then you thought I was someone else because about the thing with the kids, about the kids at the park or whatever. I said that it's freedom. Like, you have your amendment rights. You have your rights. You can film anything in public that you can see. You can do that. And because I said me as Lester Rawlings, but you thought it was someone else, and you start talking about them when you said you were done with them. So that's my example.
And all due defense or all due respect, they'd come at him a lot with a lot of different troll accounts, bro. So sorry, Eli. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead, Eli. This is Eli.
Can I say something to ODN? ODN, I don't disagree with some of the things you said. You know, my point pretty much with what we were talking about before, the restreaming and all that kind of idea, was simply this. You can't accuse somebody of doing something unless your hands are pretty damn clean. And I'm not saying that Eli does everything everyone says they do, because I don't know everything about Eli. But the point is that you can't, if someone's restreaming you and you're pissed about it and you want to report them and do all that kind of stuff, fine. But you can't then tell your followers who are on there, go do this and bomb the shit out of them, with reports or whatever, whatever it is, and go get them and then sit back and say, but I'm the moral one. It doesn't work. If you want to go to war, then go
No,
to war.
he does.
And know that war is
He does
for
the same thing.
Well, then he's wrong too.
You
Then
don't.
he is wrong too.
Yeah.
It's immature,
Okay,
but you know what? But it's immature, but you're both doing it. You're both doing it.
Excuse me. I never use his content. I use my face and my voice. I never, ever, ever use any one. Let me finish. I never use any of their content. They rebroadcast my entire content. If they want to do fair use, they can take small clips, small excerpts, less than 5% of the content, and do commentary on it, not the entire stream. When you're rebroadcasting an entire stream, that's content theft. That is not fair use.
Okay, let me.
A lot of times,
so kind of like what I do, Eli. Kind of like what I do.
Exactly.
How
Robert.
I will take something real quick and just, okay.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Fair enough. Okay, fine. I was talking more in a general sense of, you know, if you what I meant when I mentioned a war, I hate to use that term because it's a stupid term to use for this, but he does A wrong, so you do B wrong. He then does C, you do E and F, and he does G. It's not the exact same thing, but you're both going after each other. And what happens is it just gets messy, and everyone tries to up one another. And until someone stops and ignores the other or does something where it stops them permanently, you're both having the same basic activity. You're going after each other, and it just escalates. So
I'm not going after him. You're misunderstanding the point. Let me explain to you what's going on. I'm not attacking him. All I'm calling out is what's going on to raise awareness, because it doesn't matter whether I talk about him or not, and ODN can vouch for this if he wants. He follows me everywhere. And new channel I go to, like Dennis Jerome Jr., he followed me there. He wanted to do the show there because there's something to leverage there. There's nothing to leverage here because he's already leveraged this part here on Robert's side, right?
You know what?
So the bottom line, the bottom line is this. I have gone months without talking about Jamie, and he still rebroadcasts. And he either him or people through his network, they rebroadcast every one of my shows unprovoked. Okay. And then if I go somewhere new to go do an interview, Jamie sends all his people there to attack and harass and to talk about all the things that happened 5 years ago. That is harassment, constant harassment. I don't antagonize that. So I have no other choice but to tackle it head on. Okay.
Fair enough.
I can file copyright on him. Hold on a second. I'm not done. I want to finish. I will not file copyright because even if I did, all he would do is come back on a different channel. Plus, he's circumventing a ban anyways. So he'll just come back or he'll go to Rumble. It's not going to stop no matter how maturely, respectfully, or professionally I handle it. This is the only thing I can do. And I have more members now than I've ever had tackling it head on, standing up for myself, my girlfriend, and making people aware of what's going on. And I'm growing, and
so
I'm
you
growing
want
with
this
a
in a
real
way,
audience. I
So
don't.
you want in a way you want this, Eli. So because right now you said you got more members and you're tackling it head on, and you're seeing that this is the best way for you. So if they stop, it's not going to be the best way for you, and then you're not going to be doing good. So you this,
Robert.
Now Planet Mondo is in the house. Planet Mondo is in the house. What's up, man?
Wait.
Hold on, Robert. Robert, you can't. Hold on, Robert.
I want to answer Eli's two things that he asked me, and then I'm going to get off the panel so you guys can go do whatever you want to do. So Eli, do you want to finish what you were saying, and then I'll finish mine, and I'll go?
Yeah, Robert, I'm not saying you're accusing me. If you are saying something about me, you got to give me a chance to respond to you and say, it's not that I want this. It's my only option right now based on the circumstances. That's all. If I had other options, I would take them. I would rather not talk about Jamie at all. I don't have a fucking choice but to go this route. If I had another option, I would take it because I want to handle it more maturely, and I'm trying to handle it as maturely as possible. All I'm doing is stating what's going on because people that want to come here are being scared away by the tactics that they're doing. That's it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Robert, let me say these two or three things, and I'll be out of here, and I'll be short.
Fuck, man.
First,
fuck. You guys don't give a guy a chance to talk, man. Holy shit. Go ahead.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead, Twiggy. It's on you.
Go right ahead, bro.
Okay. All right. Thanks. So, first off, I will be more than happy to say publicly on this stream, recorded for everyone's pleasure, that I don't think, for example, hypothetically, that restreaming isn't correct and I don't condone it. But at the same time, I would truly like from Eli just a little accountability and just say, you know what, dude, I was soft trolling you just to let you know that I know where you were, and that's it, because on that little background, because there's no way in the fucking world, excuse my language, that after that much time with Robert, he then decides to put up an homage to Robert the same day from the town that's 5 miles from me, but 2 hours from Robert. So if he will admit that, I'll be more than happy to admit that, you know what, in the light of everything, restreaming probably shouldn't be right and probably shouldn't happen. And I will do my best not to watch any of the restreams going forward, only his if, you know, I'm going to watch. I'll be more than happy if Eli can agree with that with me. Would you be willing to agree to that?
Let me respond to you honestly.
Sure.
Okay. I can tell you what you want to hear, and then I would be lying to you.
Okay.
If what you were saying, hold on, let me finish. If what you were saying was the truth, I would say it. That is not what happened. I use Canva. I have paid licenses for every picture, everything I use. I go onto Canva and I search an area like Southern California and I look for a beautiful picture. And that's all I did during that time. I wanted a beautiful picture, a nice background for Robert's show or whatever show I'm on, just like what I have on right now, that had no intention of being anywhere near you or anything like that. If it happened to be near you, it was purely by coincidence. If I intentionally did that, I would come out and say, yeah, dude, I was soft trolling you. My only issue with you, and I'm over it, because I've made my peace with Tammy and everyone. We're good. We've settled everything. Okay. I got no problems with anyone on Tammy's side or anything like that at all. I don't even want to have any problems with you. I just initially didn't like how that whole thing happened, but I let it go. And all I wanted to do was protect myself from the video that was taken and all that stuff. But I've let it go. Besides that, I could care less. The only reason why I wanted to know where you were at was in case that I was going to take some action towards you. We talked it out. We figured it out. I let it go. It's all good. Case closed. But as far as that image, it's a Canva image I have licenses for. I type in Southern California, beautiful scenery, shit like that, and something that catches my eye that I feel will be aesthetically pleasing for a background, I choose. That's the honest to God truth. That's it.
Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. You know, then obviously that's your answer. That's fine. To answer your third thing about the woman in the bar, okay, to that example, what I actually would have said after the 5th or 6th time is, if she was going to continue to ignore me, she might as well get some free drinks out of it. And imagine if I was on her side and she talked to me, what she can get out of me. So that's what I really would have done. So, you know, that's the truth, you know, but maybe I've been married for too long. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't know how modern dating is done. But
that would be harassment, dude. They could call that's harassment, dude. You can't sit there and try to badger a woman to try to give you the time of day. You can't do that.
Robert, it has been a pleasure. Go ahead, Eli. Go ahead.
Whatever.
No, I mean, you want to give me dating advice? Go ahead.
No, I'm not giving you dating advice. You're a married man. I have a woman. I'm not going to give you advice.
Eli, let Twiggy go ahead. He's trying to depart, so let him depart, and then you'll finish up there, and then we'll bring in Mondo, because we got 25 minutes left. I want Mondo to go ahead to because he is one of the two people that you called out, so I want him to get his chance to be part of what's going on. Fair enough.
Part my last 10 seconds here, Eli. Part of what I just did, as you say, was a test. It was me trying to give a little bit of levity and humor to the conversation because it was a really silly example, and you not catching that is part of, I think, something you need to look at, because sometimes shit is just funny even on our own expense. I'm just gonna say that.
That's I don't think harassing a woman is funny, bro. But if you if you want to make humor out of it, that's on you, bro.
Eli.
That's all.
If you want to paint it like that, have at it, Eli. Go ahead. All
That's
right,
the
Robert,
truth.
it was a pleasure.
That's
okay. Yeah, okay. You gave me a fake example of something that doesn't exist, and that's harassment. Okay. Robert, it was great. Thank you very much. Oh, Robert's gone, so I guess I don't have to leave this yet. Eli, I understand what you're saying with your example. I understand what your point was, but it was life. I'm sorry. In my experience of 51 years old, I'm actually older than you, so take that into consideration. I'm actually older than you. Life is very rarely black and white like you try to make it out to be. I wish it was. Trust me, I wish it was. But it's not, because the odds of me being able to go up to a woman and do that 5 times without a bartender, her friends, my friends stopping somebody from doing that is nil to none. So the example is not a real example, if that makes sense. It's not a true life example. It's an example on paper. It's a
hypothetical situation, Twiggy. That's all.
It's an unrealistic hypothetical example. It's not realistic. Eli.
Let me ask you, Twiggy, are you on the right? You're right winged, aren't you?
Right. I mean, politically?
Yeah.
Okay. Eli, want to tell you what I am? Guess what I am? I'm a Jew, Eli. I'm Jewish.
I didn't ask you that.
Well, what do you think?
I asked you, are you a Democrat or a Republican? Or are you down the middle, or what is your political stance?
Okay. I'll tell you who I voted for last election. That'll tell you everything. I didn't vote for Trump, and I didn't vote for Biden. How's that sound?
Okay.
I think they're both.
So you're a libertarian, or
no? I'm not a libertarian.
Or
no, I'm an American, and I choose whoever I think is best. And none of them were best. You want to laugh at that? Yeah, I'm an American. I get to choose who I want to vote for, and I thought none of them were good. So I took I'm not surprised you're laughing at that, Eli. I'm really, really not surprised you're laughing at that.
You sound like the furthest thing from a real hardcore, decent guy of an American, dude. You sound like you're angry and bitter at the world.
Oh, I'm angry at you. You're going to bring up something that has nothing to do with anything. My political affiliation has nothing to do with anything we are talking about. Not a single.
I would have to agree with that.
Yes. I agree with that also. Political affiliation has nothing to do with how this is going right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take in control right now. Twiggy, thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for your input. Robert. You are always welcome here on Hot Facts. My wife loves it when you come on. So thank you for stopping on by.
And Robert
had a blast here today, man.
I'll see you in 2 and 2, Robert. I remember that. I'll see you in 2 and 2. I was there also for that. And also Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. But is Robert gone already? This is the second time he's gone.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
That's the problem, is I don't think my political or your political affiliation means anything in this. You have problems with people and their actions. Has nothing to do with, I might even agree with you on some of the generational differences between people, because there is a different generation. Okay. But my political affiliation, not a single thing was said about politics, about anything. So to bring that up,
I was just curious.
Yeah, well, you know what, Eli, there's a lot of things I'm curious about. Do you want me to bring them up and insult you?
No. Maybe another time, dude. This has been dragged out for so long.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Shit.
I wasn't insulting you, bro. I was just asking you a question.
You were making a judgment off of what you thought my political affiliation was. That's what you were doing. Literally.
Well, honestly, you sound like you're on the right to me. That's my opinion.
See, and I would say he sounds like he's on the left, but I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
Who cares, man?
I agree.
Is Reese back? What's going on? What's happening? We'll let Reese take control first. Or do you want to just start it? I don't know how long his internet's going to take. I really have no clue.
Oh, real quick, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm just going to say this, Scotty. I don't know why you're going on in the chat about me. I don't know why you're talking about me, dude. It's weird. Anyways,
All
guys,
right, I'm
go
good.
ahead and
All right,
continue.
no, StreamYard is doing some weird stuff. They don't want me to. We got the boogeyman in StreamYard doing some weird stuff. We got Planet Mondo in the house. Thank you for coming on. He's one of the 2 people that Eli called out. He is here, people. Welcome Planet Mondo back to the show. It's like his 3rd or 4th time being here. He's got some stuff he wants to ask. We got 25 minutes left. Mondo, I'm gonna dedicate this portion to you. If you want to address somebody in the comment section, do that. But get straight to Eli. Ask your question. Eli, you got to answer. Give those 90 seconds apiece. Go back and forth. Let's get it going.
Well, first of all, he invited me on the show. I don't have any questions for Eli. I already have all the answers I need. I don't.
Oh, okay. Eli, it's on you.
Yeah, let me give some context here. I paid Planet Mondo props for what he said on the Real Talk with Roy show, the one where Roy wanted me to come on, and Mondo was wondering, how's this gone on for 6 years? And I sat there and I watched you, Mondo, respectfully. I'm saying this respectfully. You were flabbergasted. You're like, holy shit, what's really going on here? And I don't know if you heard my response. I know you got your own stuff going on. You got your own life, your own woman, the whole thing. But I responded to you on a show, and then I said, you know what? If you want to come on with Hot Facts with Robert Reese or wherever we do this show, then I can share more with you about it, because it all stems back to 6 years ago with JB Gunner, and then Jamie got involved, and these guys were paid by a sponsor, a guy named Brian, whose parents passed away and left him a lot of money. And he was, trying to find good caretaking services for his parents when they were alive. And when they passed away, he took that money and started a caregiving business, and then came out here on YouTube and started to sponsor drama shit show channels as the owner of a caregiving business, which made no sense. So these guys were incentivized they said they weren't coming at me, but they were more so incentivized behind the scenes to come at me. So there was a paid targeted hate attack on me for a while. And then it just stemmed to people come to my channel disrespecting me banning them. And then you have Jamie and JB Gunner that were just going after everyone that I banned and bringing them over to their channels and creating the hate group. This was all created, and it takes time to create all this, Mondo. But these guys had all the time in the world to create this and set it up for what it is today. And that's all it boils down to. That's it. Bottom line. There's an audience there of people that are willing to pay for this content. And that's all it boils down to. And until they stop paying these creators, they're not going to stop. That's all.
Right. I understand all of that. I understand all of that. I've known you for about a year since you got into the Pedro thing. That's how I discovered you as Glitchgate. So I'm not familiar with your past and all that, but I've seen videos where I can put the pieces to the puzzle together. However, the problem with you is you mix up people's words a lot. And I've seen you do this before. I don't know if it's on purpose or if you just hear what you want to hear, but you interpreted what I said completely wrong. I said I didn't say I'm flabbergasted. I said I'm amazed that people still hate you after 6 years, but I understand why they do it, because you guys have gone personal with each other. You guys have done personal things to each other. So this is no longer trolling. Like, I can troll you, right? Because I don't know you, right? And I don't troll you, honestly. I've never made a sock account. You blocked me once, I just bounced. I'm not like making 100 screen names. I'm not that dedicated, dude. I'm really not. So I'm not trolling you. I'm just using myself as an example, right? I don't have personal issues with you. You haven't doxed me. You haven't sent threats to me or any of this allegations that's come towards your way, right? Like, none of that's happened to me personally. But if you were to do that to me personally, yeah, I'd probably still fuck with you 6 years later, because now it's personal. I think that's what you don't understand, is that both sides have fucked with each other on a personal level. So it's hard to say like, oh, I'm just going to ice them out and they're going to forget about it, because you guys have done some heinous things. Like, and that's just what it is. Like, I don't agree with the dude pissing on your dad's grave. That's fucked up. That's a personal thing that I can't co-sign. Like, that's not funny to me.
Mondo, everything I did was to defend myself against these guys. They started it. The only thing I said initially, one time I called Jamie a spoiled, entitled millennial with my ex-girlfriend, Dana. And I think that triggered him to the point of where he wanted to keep coming at me. That's an opinion. He could have let it go and moved on, right? But instead, he started to come, and he just hasn't stopped. And so they were coming at me, and it basically, I tried to do some things to get them to back off, and maybe they weren't the right things, too many things to remember. The bottom line is my intentions were never to go after any of these people. Okay?
Yeah, but there's proof that you have, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's actual.
I overreact.
I understand that, Eli. Listen. Sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Some of the stuff, hold on. I'm respecting what you're saying, and I want to respond to what you're saying. Some of the stuff is true. Some of it's taken way out of context and not true. It's edited, it's spliced, it's diced. There are people creating fake accounts, pretending to be me. There are people right now on YouTube with a fake Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams account, and even Christina thought that was me. And then she apologized because she realized she could have clicked on the damn channel and seen it had no subs and would have figured it out, right? So you have a lot of that going on. And these creators, they play off of that because it appears real, even though it's not. And it feeds their audience what they want to open up their pocketbooks, Mondo. Listen, I'm not a saint. I'm not saying I haven't made mistakes, but you can even ask ODN. ODN, the mistakes I've made compared to them is practically nothing. Is that a fair statement?
Can we keep it you gotta stop, because it's like, it seems like when you say it like that, it seems like I'm not trying to co-sign everything you say, but I will say this, dude. I've known this guy before all this stuff happened on the internet. He was in the James Cox community program, and he was legitimately trying to do networking where he could do some life. I guess this guy, like, he looked up to, I can't remember the life coach's name, and he wanted to be a successful life coach. It's all the dudes ever really
Coach Corey Wayne. Coach Corey Wayne.
Corey Wayne, whatever. Anyway, so this guy's been legitimately trying to do some good stuff. And look, I'm going to say this. I don't agree with everything Eli says. There's a lot of stuff that he says I don't agree with, just like there's a lot of stuff I say that Eli probably doesn't agree with what I say. Like, for instance, I think that Eli and Jamie should just square up. They should agree to mutual combat. I think Eli would win. Jamie sits in his house all day, stagnant, not doing anything. You know, I'm pretty sure Eli wouldn't have a problem. All of this would be over with.
Yeah, let's be realistic though. Like, none of that's happening. But dude,
it could, in my world, it would happen. In my world, but it's not. In Eli's world, it's definitely not going to happen. Now, I'm off guard. I can't remember what I was saying. Well, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Nothing. I just want to respectfully keep it to Eli and I, because when there's too many people, you can barely get a word in. I don't want to do all that shit, dude.
Eli, dude asked me a question, or asked me for
just a
whatever.
Brief question. Listen, I've made some mistakes reacting to what these people initially started with me. They started this, and then I overreacted, did some things to try to protect myself, which came off the wrong way. And I have apologized for that. But the stuff that I've done doesn't nearly compare to what they've done over the years. Is that a fair statement? Like, that's all.
Can I say my piece now without interruption? I don't understand how you haven't learned any lessons in 6 years. Because let's say you've done this for the last 6 years, right? The only reason I know of you is because you inserted yourself in Pedro's business and said some terrible things about his personal life, right? Like, that's how I know you. That's how I know you. That's a year ago. That's not that long ago, you know? So Christina, I'm not a fan. I think she's a fake person. I don't even think that's a real picture. So I'm not, don't say I'm white knighting for Christina. I don't give a shit about that.
You're not.
Right?
Exactly.
But you inserted yourself into her life again, you know? And I get it. You say she's a public figure and all that, but then the same can be said about you. When they restream you, they're doing commentary over it. They're pausing your video. That is fair use, man. There's people that are doing trailer reactions, music video reactions, and they do that every single day. They don't get knocked off of YouTube for it because that's fair use. They're doing commentary.
Yeah, but Jamie's been knocked off. The bottom line is he takes it way too far, and he's been knocked off, and he's circumventing a ban for doing all this stuff. He's been removed.
You can't do certain things and then expect a different reaction. when there's a reaction to every action, man. You can't tell people how to react when you do something. You've done awful things to them too. That's my only thing, is that you're not holding yourself accountable. That like, yo, I'm not innocent. I've been just as terrible, if not worse, than what these people have done to me. Because
he's keeping it real, Eli. Eli, he's keeping it way real right now. Because
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna speak for myself, Robert. I'm gonna speak for myself. I've taken ownership of the things that I've said and done in the past. I don't have to listen. Here's the problem, Mondo and everyone else. We've addressed all of these things many years ago. And whatever I had a part in, I apologize for it. And I explained that I overreacted because of how they were coming at me. That's the honest truth. Okay. These things happened years ago. They were squashed, but they keep being, rehashed by one guy because that's his content. He has an audience for that. That is harassment. That's all this boils down to. I can hold myself accountable for anything I do wrong, Mondo. I have no problem holding myself accountable. But these people go back many years and they do this to many people and they bully and harass them as their form of content. Okay. And that's all that's happening here. Okay. Again, how many more times can I apologize for saying the N-word one time on a show because Jamie, set me up for an ambush? I learned to not be set up in that way anymore. I learned my lesson.
See, this is what I mean by accountability. You're blaming you saying the N-word on somebody else pushing you. You are your own man. You should be able to control your emotions. So then don't say that they ambushed you and pushed you to that. You did that. Like, you can't listen, man. You said that I'm in a relationship. Breaking news. I'm not anymore, right? I just broke up with I was going to marry this girl, right? Like 2 months ago. I take accountability for that. I was a piece of shit. I wasn't a good man. I wasn't. I stopped putting in effort. Okay. I was a piece of shit. I'm not playing the victim and saying, oh, no, that's what a real man does. Is comes out and says, yo, I fucked up. I fucked up. That was my fault. I deserve to be dumped, right? I'm taking accountability for that. What you're not doing is you're saying that, okay, these things happened 6 years ago. Why are people still bringing it up? And my point is, yeah, this stuff happened 6 years ago, but it's still happening today because you're doing it with Christina. You're doing it with Roy and his marriage. You're doing it with Paige. These are new characters, not from 6 years ago.
I'm going to say I haven't seen him say the N-word since that one video.
No, that's not what I'm saying, dude. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's putting his nose in people's personal business when they didn't ask for it. So if you want the drama to stop, maybe stop inserting yourself into drama. That's my point. It's not him saying the N-word. That's not what I said at all, dude.
Yeah, but Mondo, here's the thing. I do reactions to people, which I'm rightfully able to do that.
And they do reactions to you then you can't complain, bro. You can't have
no problem. Mondo, I'm not complaining. Let me answer your question. I want to answer your question. Okay. I'm not complaining that they do reactions. Okay. The problem is they harass constantly for years. I'm not even talking about Christina anymore. I'm not talking about her situation. I talk about people once or twice, few times. Maybe it goes back and forth for a week or so, and then I'm done. I move on. These people have never moved on. That's the problem. And at least this is why, ODN, you're here. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm just saying, isn't part of the problem, ODN, that they're not able to move on? They're stuck on the same person.
You're right, but dude, the dude's in the chat right now, and if you guys really wanted to hash this out like men, he would get on panel, and I'll keep my mic shut, and I won't say a word. I'll let you all dispute this like men.
Why don't you come on right now, Jamie, instead of going on your own live? Come on, let's talk about it right now.
You understand what I'm saying? Right now. There's no change in you over the 6 years. So I don't know why you're expecting different results if you're just switching characters in your life.
Well, how long have you known Eli? Just out of curiosity. About a year. So how do you know there hasn't been any change? Because I've seen him try to ignore.
I literally just said it, dude. He has drama with everyone from 6 years ago still, right? So if he wants it to stop, why start shit with new people in the gig community or dating community, whatever community he goes into? Why critique people when they're not asking for it if you don't want to go back and forth with them? Because at the end of the day, right? Like imagine I'm looking for a coach on the internet, right? I look up life coach and Eli pops up and he's live and I'm like, you know what? Let me check this out. and I see you screaming Eminem lyrics and calling somebody a troll, you gotta be self-aware and be like, yo, that's a bad look. And when you go on the videos, it's I'm calling Jamie out, I'm calling this person. At some point, you have to be self-aware and be like, dude, I do drama content. I want to do coaching content, but my main focus has been drama content. And at some point, you like that shit, dude. You do. I know you do because
I don't. I don't.
Well then, okay, so let me finish and you can respond. I've seen you so many times flip-flop where you go on in the morning and you're like, I just want people to leave me alone. And I genuinely believe you for 20 minutes. Then later on in the day, you do another stream where you're saying, I'm tackling this head on and we're going to start, addressing the trolls. So you can't even make your own mind up. And you've done this like 10 times just over the last 2 weeks where one day you're saying, I want no parts of this and I'm going to ice them out. The following day, you're saying, I want to go on a panel with these guys and I'm going to address them. Robert Reese, let all the trolls come in. We're just going to, I talked to Dawn and we're going to just address everyone. But then the following day, it's a 180.
Eli, I had to agree with him there. There's times where you give these dudes wrenches, and I hate to say it, but it's like you almost have a form of Stockholm syndrome. You start being nice to these cats. I don't understand that.
Because
I give people minutes. We got 2 minutes, fellas. We got 2 minutes left in the show. 2 minutes left in the show.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm just going to say this. Obviously, at least through this group of people here, this is not going to change. You guys have your opinions. I have mine. And we're very far apart on our opinions. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to explain what's going on. Jamie knows what's going on. I'm not trying to play the victim. He knows his MO. He's done it for years to many people. And, someone even got an RO on him recently because of it. Okay. And so the bottom line is, look, we have a difference of opinion. And look, Mondo, I respect you for what you do. I'm not out here to get anyone. I've never once come out. No, I know. I'm paying you. Listen, dude, I'm actually paying you props. What I'm saying is that I haven't come at you and you haven't come at me. Yeah, we've said a few things on some streams, but it's nothing like what Jamie has done to myself and other people and continues to do as part of his content.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut you off there, man. Because last time you and I came face to face, you didn't say a single word. And you went and did streams on me for a week, calling me a pussy, saying you put me in my place and I'm not worth your time. But you did streams on me for hours and hours when you said I'm not worth your time. So again, you switch things around too much, dude. And this is why I don't necessarily feel bad that these things happen to you, because you bring it on yourself. You do things to other people, you poke people, and when it comes back at you, you say, oh, look at these people bullying me. You do the same thing. That's what
but you came at me, dude. You came at me initially a different way.
No, I did. I'm talking about.
So you got it back.
People. No, listen.
Yeah,
I got it back when 2 days later when you did it on your own. You didn't talk to me,
and we're done with that, right? Yeah.
I don't. It's not a big deal to me, dude. I'm not that invested into your life for me to like want to do this for the next 6 years with you. I don't give a shit. I find a lot of this stuff entertaining. I'm not that invested, but I'm not delusional. I understand why these things happen to you because I've seen clips of things that you've done to these people. So yeah, it is personal with a lot of these people. It's not personal with me because I don't give a shit. You've never doxed me.
You know why you've seen those clips, Mondo? I don't mean to interrupt you. You've seen those clips. They've been removed from YouTube because Jamie keeps re-uploading them on purpose to try to destroy my business. That's harassment.
No. If I was him and you did those things to me, I would do the same thing to expose you, to explain why I'm doing this to you. Because if he didn't play those clips, I would think he's a dick. Because I wouldn't know the backstory.
Can I ask you a question, Mondo? Sorry for interrupting. I know you and Eli have had your differences, but as much as Eli has pissed you off, would you ever set up a stream Would you ever set up a stream where you accused him of being a predator? Because that's what this dude has done to Eli.
I can't comment on what he's done because I wasn't there for it. Would I? No, because I'm not invested in this, dude. I don't do drama content, gig content, any of the stuff that Eli does. Any communities that I do fucking movie reviews on my channel. I don't give a shit about any of this.
I'm just gonna say I think the dude takes it to a level that's beyond low.
But how could you say that though if Eli has done pretty awful things to these people also.
He does. He's done some things to upset them, but I'm gonna say these guys are taking it a step too far, in my opinion.
Again, back to what I said, man. When you actions have reactions, when you do something, you can't expect somebody else to react the same way that you want them to react. You know, like, yeah, going and smacking someone might be wrong, but if they fucking dox you and you go smack them, I understand why you did that.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's subjective when it comes to what's acceptable and what's not. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like what that is, man. I understand why he has all this heat coming to him, because in real live time, I've seen him start shit with other people in different communities, and I wonder why he does it. Like he went on the Hannibal and Pedro show, right? He had a 3-hour conversation with him. After that, he said, "Oh, I'm going to stop doing drama content." Pedro, you're right. My channel isn't something I'm proud of. It's not a coaching channel anymore. It's become a drama Same week, he started shit with them again. Just as little as last week, he started saying he's going to insert his
Israel and Hamas. It's Israel and Hamas. It is got to the point to where no matter what happens, it's going to keep going back and forth the whole time. They get a kick out of it, and Eli's getting a kick out of it too. Eli, you are getting a kick out of it, G. You got to get a kick out of it to come back at the level like that, though.
The fact that you're giving a moderators wrenches in your chat weirds me out, Eli. I will say that. But I'm going to say right now, you got this chat full of Jamie's little cult members in here saying shit like, excuse my French, ODN, you got the nerve that you're supporting somebody you've been falsely accusing Jamie of being the P word for years. First off, that started with Tiffany. His own girlfriend accused him of being the P word. And Jamie accused me, Eli, Trim Hits, his own ex-girlfriend, MD, and Tiffany, everybody and their dog of being the P word before he's ever been accused of being the P word. And so that doesn't make any sense what you're saying, Scotty. These people are little weird cult-like people that follow you around like little twisted freaks that want attention. They want to be in the spotlight. They're sick little fucks that need their asses beat. Excuse my French. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to let you all have a good day. These guys are spoiled brats, like that cartoon Angelica, the Rugrats. You ever seen that little bitch, spoiled brat
Angelica,
bitch, Angelica? Yeah. That's what these little fruitcakes are like. They're all a bunch of fruit fly little, and that's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of stuff I would say, but I don't want to get you demonetized. Have a good day.
Robert.
No. You all good. I ain't gonna get demonetized. I get it, but we go end it right there. I let it go into
hold on. Let me make one comment.
Period, like in soccer.
Hold on. Reese, hold on a second, man. You do this all the time. Hold on a second. Jamie said something in the chat, and I want to ask Eli this. Okay. Eli loves the back and forth. He laughs frequently about it on his walk-in streams, right? So recently, when that JB Gunner dude restreamed you, right? He started restreaming you.
Okay.
On your stream, you started laughing and saying, ha, ha, ha. They're falling for exactly what I wanted them to do. Everything is happening exactly the way I planned. This is what we wanted. We wanted him to restream us so we can get some of his audience. So when you say that, and then a second later, you claim that people are cyberbullying you for restreaming you, that does not make sense, man. You're literally saying, this is my plan. I want these guys to restream me. Then they do, and then you say they're cyberbullying you. That does not make sense.
You're misunderstanding. Okay.
Please explain.
It's not that I technically want JB Gunner to restream me. It's that part of the plan is for these people to show their cards by enlisting more people to try to come at me. That's all it was. Now, I don't expect you to understand that. I'm not trying to make excuses. You're entitled to your opinions. I respect your opinions, whether I agree or don't. The bottom line is these people, this is like a ring of people that have been doing this to many people for, conflict content. They create content from conflict to entertain their audience and to make money off it. That's all it boils down to. That's all they're trying to keep going. So, JB Gunner getting involved, what's he going to do? I mean, the same stuff that's been done. He has a new audience of people that are for his news stories. Is he going to give up his bread and butter to come at Eli 5 days a week? I knew he wasn't going to do that. That's all I was saying. Jamie was all coming out and saying, "Oh, JB Gunner is going to come at Eli. I want to see Eli's reaction." I could care less what JB Gunner does. That's all I was saying.
You said, though. You said you.
That is what I said. You didn't hear me, bro, because you're busy doing
I can clip it and send it to you. You literally said this is part of the plan for these guys to start talking about me and streaming me again because I'm going to utilize them and get more people to follow me.
Yeah, I did say that, but the reason why I said that is because I knew if JB Gunner were to get involved, it would more so prove my point that Jamie needs help to enlist someone to keep the fire going. And I knew it wasn't going to last because JB Gunner's not going to put his new audience at risk for his news stories that are paying him his bread and butter to come at me. So that's all. That's I had to laugh at it. I was like, okay, nice try. That's all I meant by that.
Listen, dude, all I'm saying is there's more than enough evidence of you saying that you want the smoke and then going on the next stream and saying that you want to be left alone. You got to make up your mind. If you want to be left alone and actually ice them out, stop talking about it, right? Like that one dude that came into your chat the other day and he was like, yo, are you going back to Reddit posts? You freaked out over the guy when he was asking a genuine question. You did shows on Reddit posts.
Wasn't.
How can you say that, though, if you did shows on Reddit posts?
Very rarely do I do Reddit postings. Once in a great while, I'll do one.
You were doing when the Tammy thing was happening for a month. You were pretty much doing relationship and Reddit posts. So he was asking, "Are you going back to that content?" And you took it as, "Oh, this guy's a troll," which is what you do a lot. You block everyone right off. I've seen so many people have genuine questions and they get blocked because you're paranoid. You assume everyone is out to get you. Okay,
he could have asked, "Are you going back to creating more dating content?" He was specifically talking about something that the trolls talk about. He was trying to do
those shows recently, though, right?
I may have done one of them, but not a bunch of them.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you were doing those shows like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. You were doing
I do them every now and then when I feel like it. So what's the point?
My point is that if it's a type of content you do and somebody questions you about it, that doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to troll you. They're asking a genuine question to see what direction you're going in.
It's one small aspect of my content. And when it comes to dating and relationship stuff, it's not just about Reddit postings. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot of times I go on the fly and talk about topics from my walk with nothing on the screen. So all he could have said was, "Are you going back to creating dating content and other stuff outside of this drama?" That would have been a more respectful approach. That's my opinion. You're entitled to yours. I respect it, but that's my opinion.
Fair enough. What if that's
fair enough?
Right. What if that's his favorite type of content and he really was enjoying those Reddit shows, right? What if he's asking if you're going back to that? Wouldn't that be fair?
Well, if he was a real supporter, first of all, he would have thrown a couple of bucks, or he would have sent me an email and said, "Hey, Eli, I really like your content," but he didn't do that. So, dude,
all right,
listen.
Look, Eli, look, StreamYard is doing some crazy stuff. It has a brown message up here saying that it's got a wrench. They're doing something and it's affecting my StreamYard, so I keep going out. Well, I'm gonna end this right now. Right now, and this will be a to be continued. Maybe next time we can get the Legion up here at the same time with Mondo, because Mondo got some real good stuff he's talking about, real actual factuals. But before StreamYard kicks me out, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. I ain't even gonna do no last words because I don't know when it's gonna do it.
See you guys.